I'm trying to concentrate on Buddy Hill. Them teeth fucking me up, man. They are. I'm trying to focus though. I am. I'm with it. But I'm glad I got y'all on here today because we had a conversation last year, and I told y'all dudes that I felt like Minnesota was a top 5 seed in the West. And Cat had missed 2/3 of the season, so we really didn't get to see the whole dynamic of this crew. So what I'm asking y'all today, because I'm still on the Minnesota train. I need y'all to talk me off the Minnesota train because I think they're a top 5 seed this year, and I think that they're gonna make some noise in the playoffs. Talk me off the Minnesota train because I'm on it.
I thought y'all said y'all was off, Cat.
No, not y'all. Don't say y'all.
I said that. I was the person that said they were off, Cat.
Okay.
And I'm
I
still
second Damo.
I'm still off. Yeah, I'm still off, Cat. This isn't gonna change my mind.
I'm not talking you off the train because I've already got my ticket. So me and you are gonna be on the train together.
So me and Mars is on the train. Okay.
You got ticket? Like you got tickets back?
No, he's got tickets on the Minnesota train. That's what he got.
Oh, got you. Okay.
That's what he's got. He's on the train with me.
Instigation.
Just when I thought Dub tag team partners of the world.
Yeah.
But continue, chill.
I'm just because what I'm looking at when I'm looking at this Minnesota team, just from a talent standpoint, and everything you need in order to be successful, they have it. Wing defenders, rim protectors, paint presence, box work, offensive players on the wing at an elite level, rotation guys. Everything you need, they have it. They got the number 1 defense in the league, numero uno. I know I got to use defensive rating because that matters in certain aspects, but then it screws me up, Mars, because Cat got the 2nd best defensive rating in the league. And what are we doing here? With that being said, right? With that being said, you and I I've already submitted my application to you that I want to be a part of the Jaden McDaniels fan club. I already submitted my application. I feel like we're gonna have a conversation at the end of the season about him being. How you feel about Alex Caruso? That's how I feel about him as a perimeter defender. And I'm a Herb Jones stan. If anybody knows me, I'm a Herb Jones stan, and I think that we're gonna have a serious conversation about him as the best wing defender in the game. Not just perimeter, just wing defenders. He's gonna be in that conversation. Rudy's still Rudy on the defensive end. I think they got 5 guys in the top 15 in defensive rating. They got the best defensive team in the game. It's obvious that Anthony Edwards is the best player on this team from an offensive standpoint. It's obvious that he's their go-to guy, 100%. The question is can this translate into the playoffs? Because I feel like everything that you need in order to be successful, when I look at the teams in the past, box work, elite perimeter defense, elite perimeter offense, role players. Naz Reid is one of the best rotation guys in the game, if not the best, arguably the best role player in the game. So when we're talking about a team in Minnesota, I'm trying to figure out why this team can't be successful, and I need legit logic to talk me off this Minnesota train because I'm on it.
No, what y'all was saying last year, and Ron, tell Bob I said if he needs some more shoes, because I know that broke ass nigga ain't got no car. Tell him I got him. Whatever size he need, I got him. You know what I'm saying? That ain't nothing for me. That's a small thing to a giant. Tell that bum I said, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I need to make sure his feet right when he, you know what I'm saying, when he moving. He can't be out here walking in these streets. You understand what I'm saying? But chill. I thought y'all was the ones who was destroying Cat last year in the playoffs. I could go back to the video. You guys were saying I was off Cat and Cat was this, Cat was that. You guys were destroying Cat. Dub, I'm glad you're here too. You was part of that too until the summer. And then y'all wanted to glaze Cat with how he was playing with the Dominican national team. So I thought it was a whole bunch of you guys praising Ant-Man and dissing Cat. And I didn't see too many people believing in Cat. But I see more people had more faith in guys like Ant-Man. And I think y'all wanted to get rid of Cat. Now, are you saying that, because I know Cat hadn't played well in a few games this year. You know
they should still get rid of Cat.
That's my question. How do y'all feel on Cat?
I just don't think he fits with that crew. I think, especially with Rudy and Cat being there at the same time. I said this even when they first made the trade. I don't think that's something that's ever going to work out, especially in the playoffs. I think they'll probably one team they'll probably match up well against is probably the Nuggets because of the size they'll be able to have. But then
you mean the world champion Denver Nuggets?
Yeah, but I mean a lot of it is matchup dependent. If they could beat I highly doubt they can beat the Nuggets, but that's probably one team they probably match up well. All these other teams, I don't think they'll be able to compete with besides the Nuggets because of the size that they have. But other than that, I don't
I
believe in them
disagree
at
with
all.
that. I think the Warriors are the same. I think the Warriors can be had. I don't think the Lakers are the same. I think the Lakers have fell off mightily. The strippers, they have James Harden, who's already partying in clubs after taking L's his first game. So they're a mess. I don't really see a team. No, I'm be honest with you, Doug. I mean, I really don't see
The
a
James
team
Harden thing was funny.
that in the West. I don't know. I'll be honest. I don't see a team in the West that frightens me when it comes to Minnesota right now. Everybody's pretty much falling off or taking steps back. I haven't seen anybody take a step forward except for maybe Denver. You can say took a small step forward. They look, if not as good as they did last year, maybe a little bit better. But
Ticket. So you think the Wolves took a step forward, or you think a lot of other teams
they
took steps
definitely
back?
they definitely took a step forward as a team. So
Okay.
I mean, think about it. Doug just said that he doesn't think that you know what I'm saying, that they can challenge. You know what I'm saying, bro. Every team in the West right now, if you're looking at it right now, they can be had. Dallas, all these teams, bro. Dallas is dependent on Luka Doncic. They're Luka or bust. The Lakers, we don't even know what the hell going on with them. They can't even get their injuries together. The strippers, they got James Harden, and they can't even score the basketball, move the basketball, and they're going to be bad defensively, and they're getting killed on the boards, which is what they'll get exploited on if they play a team like Minnesota. And Minnesota has a star guy like Ant-Man at the guard spot that, you know what I'm saying, can deal with, you know what I'm saying, or can offset some of the scoring that Paul George or Kawhi may provide in a 7-game series. Now, when you look at the other teams in the West, OKC, I'm not worried about them. The Golden State Warriors are taking a step back. I didn't think Clay's not playing as well as I thought he was going to play this season. Wiggins has fell off planet Earth. I don't know where Wiggins is. Wiggins need to be. He hadn't been, like I told y'all yesterday, he hadn't been the same since the NBA Finals, offensively or defensively. Draymond Green, he's in and out the lineup. Hurt this game, not hurt that game. If you go look in the East, the Bucks, we seen what happened last night. Giannis scored 54, but choked the game down in the clutch with them turnovers. The Celtics don't have a good bench. The Philadelphia 76ers, they still have unanswered questions in the playoffs with Joel Embiid. And then when you look at the Miami Heat, you know, do they have the talent? Do they have enough talent in the NBA Finals to be a team like that? Because they have the size to match up with Bam. So, real talk.
You think the Timberwolves could be NBA champions?
Minnesota's a problem. Real talk. Until I see something different from the other teams in the West. To me, they're the top. They're the second team in the West behind Denver right now.
Yo, Mars and Damo, y'all chime in on this. I want to hear how you guys feel about the Minnesota Timberwolves.
I don't totally disagree with Ticket. Right now, I think they're the second best team in the West. I think, like Dub said, I think they are probably the best matchup for Denver. Well, I don't know if Dub said that or he said Minnesota's best matchup is Denver, one or the other. But I think they are Denver's least favorable matchup in the playoffs, which if you're the reigning champs' least favorable matchup, you're doing something right, in my opinion. If I had to point out a flaw in the team, I would prefer they had a better playmaker. Right now, Mike Conley and Ant aren't the best playmakers in the world. This is nitpicking at this point. It's not like I'm saying it's detrimental, but nitpicking. Also, I would like Cat to play better, but he looked better in their last game against the Pelicans. So maybe he's turned a corner. I don't know. But at this point, we're 8 games in, and them being the best defense in the league with Cat is not something I think anyone could see coming. I thought they'd be a better defense with Rudy, but best defense in the league by this wide of a margin as well to start the season. They're by far the best defense in the league, ahead of teams like the Knicks and the Cavs and teams like that who are known for being great defensive teams. So I'm not gonna help get off the Timberwolves train because I'm also on the Timberwolves train. I thought it was going to be better last year as well. I had the Timberwolves. I don't know if I said top 5 seed or I said them going to the second round of conference final. I was high on them. Then Cat goes down and it didn't look good to start the season. I got off that train real quick. But it looks good to start this season. So I don't think I'm getting off this train for a little while. So I'm just going to see where it takes us.
For sure. Dama, how you feeling?
I don't care about the T-Wolves until they trade Cat. My opinion doesn't change. Yes, they look good. Cool. Ant's looking great. Cool. We expected that after the summer he had. They traded everything for Rudy Gobert. I don't care about this team. They still have Cat, and I'm gonna say it to the day I die. There's no possible way you're gonna get by with a cat trying to act like a dog. It's just not gonna work for me. So until they trade Cat, I'm not gonna care about this team.
Yeah. I mean, niggas said, folks said last year I was tripping. No, there's no way. If you're a bad defender, you're a bad defender. And it takes time. You gotta give the coach some time and practice to let him explain to people the rotations on defense. You gotta let these things gel. You can't just all of a sudden expect somebody to learn how to be in the right positions on defense, how to learn how to take the right angles on defense. Pat and Rudy could work together. I told y'all that last year. Now y'all see it just took time. It just takes time. Cat got hurt last year, so he was out.
Bob, shut up, man.
Cat's still not good on defense, man.
I told y'all.
I thought about you last night, Bob.
Oh, 1,000.
Bro, I'm better than you at everything, nigga. Nigga, I'm better than you at Uno.
Ticket. Ticket. No, ticket. No.
Look, ticket. Look, ticket. Nah, ticket. I get you. Ticket.
No, Tom. No, Ron, we ain't doing that. We're not doing that.
Ticket. Look.
We're talking about a damn good team. We're talking about a damn good team in Minnesota. A damn good team. Who, by the way, Ron? Their best big man, their best offensive big man, missed 2/3 of the season last year, so we didn't get to see what they look like. Now No, Bob, we're not doing that.
I'm not talking about that. I ain't get to finish my tape. I was just trying to say. As a matter of fact, Dub and Morris, y'all was on the Wednesday show too. You know what I'm saying? And I was trying to be adamant about how much I think they can mesh together. And I got a lot of pushback from the chat. I got a lot of pushback from people saying that that's not possible, that you can't learn how to just play defense. And I'm very, very, very strongly against that. And I just think that you got to give coach a chance to coach and give him some time in practice to go over rotations. And
you ain't better than at Parcheesi, Uno, rap. Whatever. I don't care what it is, nigga.
Yo, I could have went platinum. Stop playing with me. Could have went platinum.
And chill. 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 I'm dead serious when I say this to you. Don't you let that you beat them at that little PC event that Bob and Dub and them cheated for you. Don't you let that shit get to your head. I'll smoke you too.
You ain't gonna smoke nothing. You can't even smoke a pack of cigarettes. You big goofy ass dude.
So I guess we're
bust your ass in anything.
Hey,
Anything. You talk about Bob. You talk about Bob. I'll bust your ass in anything. Line it up. Any only that basketball, bust your ass in anything.
If you
anything,
get past
I will bust your ass.
If you get
I
past
don't care that you 6'9". I don't care that you 6'10". I'll throw this bitch right on the top of your head and then make sure that you see it. And then throw it on the top of your head again to make sure you know that it wasn't a fluke. I'll bust your ass in anything, homeboy. Line them up. I don't care what it is.
All right.
Yo, ticket.
Make sure you get past low. How about that?
I don't need to get past low. I'm in your face, homeboy. How about that? I don't need to get past low. How about you? How about you? Dunking all over your little, dunking all over your slew foot ass, dunking all over your goofy ass. That's what I'm doing. You got some nerve coming in here talking about you better than me. I'll bust your ass, ticket, at anything.
All smoke. Believe that. They gave you that victory.
You the one starting it. And I'll bust your ass in anything. I'll bust your ass in any and everything. I'll bust your ass once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, many times on TV. Yeah.
I don't feel sorry for you.
And I don't feel sorry for you after every time I bust your ass. How about that? That's right. That's right. You ain't cooking nothing. In the words of Damo, you can't cook bologna sandwiches. Hot water. Fuck out of here. I'm sorry, Ron.
It's already been cooked.
I appreciate it.
It's already been cooked.
Eat your lunch.
Yeah.
Eat your damn lunch.
Yeah.
Hey, we doing that face off tomorrow, Ron?
Yeah. Face off is tomorrow.
Bust your ass.
Hey, so if y'all free tomorrow evening, y'all will get a sneak peek of this, and you guys get to see the matchups that's gonna go down on Black Friday. So y'all stay tuned. This is this is the pre-show to the pre-show.
Hey, Ron. Y'all think I'm joking.
What do you mean we think nobody thinks that you joking because you ain't smoking nothing. You ain't smoking nothing. As a matter of fact, hold on, Ron. You ain't got to turn around and smoke nobody later. I'm standing right here, right now. How about that? How about that? I'm standing right here, right now. Smoke me right now. How about that?
Get past low first.
I don't need to get past low. I'm in your face right now. Smoke me right now, homeboy.
Get past low first.
How about that? Yeah.
Go ahead, Ron.
How about that? That's what I thought.
Yeah, I make sure I check your temperature.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, I'm gonna check your temperature.
No, check my temperature right now, Ticket. You ain't gotta check it tomorrow. You don't gotta check it next week. I'm standing right in front of you right now. Check my temperature right now.
All right.
Because I told you, I'll bust your ass in anything. How about that?
All right, we'll see. Beat low, we'll see.
No, I'll beat you. How about that?
Ron, let's go, Ron.
All right, fellas. Back to the Minnesota Timberwolves, though.
I'm happy that finally matched, though, Ron. I'm happy that finally matched because I knew it could. It's all just with basketball. It just takes time sometimes. You know, some people don't understand that where to be in help defense. You know what I'm saying? Some people don't understand, like, if I'm guarding you one-on-one on the perimeter, I could be faster than you, but if I try to slide my feet with you, you're gonna get past me anytime. Some people don't know they gotta turn their hips and run and beat them to the spot, turn their man. Some people just don't know these things. It's like a lot of people think that defense is only effort, and that's not true. There is skill to playing defense. There's knowing your angles. There's you know what I'm saying? There's a lot to it. There's being smart with your hands, keeping your hands up, moving your feet, you know what I'm saying? And a big thing too on defense is communication. Sometimes if I just got to a team that traded away, you know what I'm saying, 4 players and 16 picks, you know what I'm saying, like there's going to be some time for me to learn how to communicate with my teammates. So, you know what I'm saying, it just takes time. And I think Cat being out as long as he was last year and them still actually making the playoffs, I think that shows a lot with that Minnesota team. So I don't think they're going to win the championship. I don't think they're championship contenders. But I think they're scary though. We don't want to play them.
Wouldn't Big Ox, like you just said, in terms of communication, isn't that everything in defense? I mean, to stand in front of somebody one-on-one is a big deal. But when you are part of a team and you playing with somebody different, as opposed to being on a crew for a long time, the communication has to be down. You got to know how guys work, right? Different nuances and things like that, right? So you got a guy in Cat who looked completely lost last year to start. He did. And I don't think Cat is that good of a defender anyway. But when you want a good defensive team where guys are on the same page, communication is everything. And we can protect and mask a lot of that stuff that you're bad at. And if Cat can stay healthy, if Cat can continue to stay healthy, and I think this team can continue to stay good, I think they can make some noise. And I think they can make some noise in the Western Conference in the playoffs. Because Anthony Edwards is growing in front of our eyes right now. I'm on record saying that in 2 years' time, I think he's going to be the best 2-guard in the game. He's becoming one of the best 2-way players in the game. As we can see, he's playing elite on the defensive side of the basketball. There are rotation players in Naz Reid, in Kyle Anderson, in Shake Milton. What is this other kid's name? Alexander? I don't know.
Nickeil Alexander-Walker?
Yeah.
That's Shake cousin.
Yeah, him too. This crew looks like it's being put together to make a lot of noise. So if they can stay together and avoid the injury bug and actually get that continuity, I think they can make some noise. I'm not off this train, Ron. I'm on it. I was on it last year, even when it got delayed at the station. I'm still on it.
You think he's gonna be better than Tatum? Because you say he's gonna be the best 2-guard in the game.
Jason Tatum is not a 2-guard.
Who starts the 2 for them? Jaylen Brown?
Yes.
Derek White.
Which by the way, Ticket, I'm glad you brought the bench up, because I don't think that, and we're gonna get into Boston, I think that there just needs to be some shuffling. I don't think that bench, as bad as you think it is in terms of production, I think that there needs to be some reshuffling. I think that more than anything, I think Derek White, and I said this last night to Tone, if you look at what Detroit did in '90 when they won the NBA championship, when Mark Aguirre went to the bench and Dennis Rodman came to the starting lineup, and then you got Mark Aguirre giving them that pop off the bench. I think the same logic could go with the Boston Celtics, where you got Drew at the 1, move Jaylen Brown back to his natural position at the 2, put Jason Tatum at the 3, which is his natural position, bring Al Horford into the starting lineup and he could give you 20, 25 minutes. He doesn't have to play 30, 35 minutes of just dirty work. That's it, of just dirty work. And you got KP at the 5 that's also giving you work. And then you bring Derek White off the bench and demand that these other guys like Pritchard's got to make shots. And demand that he gets better instead of shipping him off. I've said this to you countless times, Ticket, when we talked about Bam in terms of his inconsistencies. Stop letting these dudes off the hook by shipping them out. Make them get better. There's a reason why you sign these guys to contract extensions. There's a reason why you make these guys part of your organization. Demand that they get better. Pritchard needs to get better. He needs to start making shots. Period.
I see what you're saying, but I don't think he can ever get to that level. And I'm talking about Bam. You saying demand he get better. I don't think Bam can get to a level that Joel Embiid can get to. I don't think Bam can get to a level.
Where's Bam? Where did Bam come from?
Hold on. Keep going. Ticket. Keep going.
Understand where I'm coming from. Understand what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm saying is, Dub, is this. When you play those type of dudes in the Eastern Conference Finals, NBA Finals, you need to be able to match their level because guess what? Jimmy's going to have to match the output of the young fella that's out there putting up 20 and 11 right now, or 20 and 8 in the point guard.
So canceling guys out.
Then somebody got to put up the 18, 19 that Tobias Harris is putting up. Then somebody got to put up the 18, 19 that the boy I like that plays defense is putting up. So now you got all of these guys putting up numbers, and Joel's putting up 30 and 12 and whatever. Mm-hmm. If he's going to do that in a 7-game series, or if Jokic is going to put up 29 or something, Bam can't be averaging 21, 22 in a series, and you think that's going to get it done. That's not going to get it done. No. Especially because you see, once again, Tyler Hero stay hurt. He out again. Once again, Jimmy Butler, you don't think he can elevate and average 30 in a series. So,
you're talking about training to get new pieces? That's what you're saying?
I'm saying, Chilltown says that make them get better. I'm saying, look, as some people, to me, Bam maxes out. Like what you seen Bam against the Lakers yesterday, that's what I mean when I say max out. He can't get to an AD level. He can't get to a Jokic level. He can't get to an MB level. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. Like that's why when you're in Miami, you have to go make a move to go get a superstar to win a chip because Bam, as great as he can play, he can't get to that level. He's maxing out when he's doing 22 and 10 22 and 15 or 22.
He's like 22 and 10.
Yeah. That's maxing out for him. I mean, he's doing everything he can potentially
and a great defender too. I mean, that's a lot.
You know what I'm saying? So now, and especially when you're playing against them dudes, because they're gonna run into Jokic, AD, Embiid, or Giannis every time. And if he can't match that output that they can put out, you're gonna lose every time, especially with all these other guys that's putting up numbers on these top teams, man.
So which is a fair point, Ticket. But with that being said, last I checked, we've already talked about Embiid struggles in the playoffs. That's number one. Number two, we talked about the Miami Heat actually beating Philadelphia in the playoffs. Number three, let's also talk about there's teams who have big guys or who their best player. I don't necessarily have to cancel out his production if I have other guys canceling out other guys' production.
But but Philly better this year, right?
Philly is better.
Got more options this year.
Philly is better.
And they got a better bench this year too.
Yes, they
do.
More
options. They got younger. They got PJ Tucker out of there. They got younger. They got Robert Covington, and they got Nick Batum in there playing well off the bench.
Right.
And you got Kelly Oubre Jr. that's out here balling. He averaging like 18 a game. And that look like that's going to be sustainable because he's hitting his shots. He's playing off those guys well. And I like what Tobias Harris, his defined role on this team now. His role has increased since James Harden's been gone. So, bro, I like I said, man, I think Philly got better. I'm with Mars on that when Mars was rolling with Philly. I think they got better. I like how they're rolling. I don't think they're going to stop rolling like that. And I think they're going to be a tough out this year, especially for those for the Miami Heat.
And even if that's true, Ticket, like you just mentioned, all of those other guys, what's the common denominator here with the Philadelphia 76ers? What's the most important thing?
It's Joel Embiid, but see,
that's it. That's it, Ticket. And we've seen what he's doing right now. We've seen this last year, Ticket. Did we not?
Here's the thing. Him on a bad day is Bam on his best day. Joel Embiid on his worst day is 22 and 12 and 3 and 2 blocks. That's Bam's best day.
I mean, Bam did have 30 and 10 a couple.
I'm talking about in a series. I'm talking about in a series. You can't give me one series where Bam averaged 28, 29, 30.
No, he has not. And you can't give me one that Joel Embiid did that neither. But even with that being,
Atlanta 2021.
Atlanta, true.
Did he?
Atlanta, he was Joel Embiid. Atlanta, he was balling. Forgot about that one. That was wild.
Let's put some respect on Joel Embiid, man.
Yes, so chill.
Okay.
All I'm saying to you is this: when you look at it like that, I think that yes, normally what you were saying with Philly would be right. Normally what you said with Philly was right, but
Right.
that team has gotten better. That's what I think.
That part I'm not gonna fight. I won't fight that they've gotten better. Ticket
Hey baby, don't
watch-
the show. I'm on the show. You heard what I said? Wait till after the show, baby. I'm gonna hit you right back. All right.
Yeah, he'll call you back, honey. He in the middle. He in the middle of a fight. He in the middle of a fight. Don't worry about him. But anyway, as Ticket was saying, we've seen this from Joel Embiid, and they have gotten better. And the departure of James Harden, I think, makes this crew better, 100%. But this team, just like the Lakers, like I said with the Lakers, they're gonna go as far as Anthony Davis can take them. Because I'm not buying, even though Damo is selling me that, we got to accept the fact that James is 38. He's this different. Damo, I'm not buying this dude throwing his crew on his back and taking him to the NBA champ. I just don't see it. I think that they're going to go as far as the big fella. I feel the same way about the Philadelphia 76ers. We've seen Joel Embiid do all the stuff that he's doing right now. He averaged 33 a game, 33 a game last year. That's the most since Shaq as a 5-man. So with that being said, that's got to translate to the playoffs. It has to. And if it doesn't, we're going to be right back in the same place that we were.
Yo, I want to bring it back
Not only that.
I want to bring it back to the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Okay.
I had a couple more questions about the Timberwolves. They're obviously off to a fast start. When they made the trade with Rudy Gobert last year, it was real controversial. Bob said it was going to take some time. But as of right now, it's still certain people like Damo who believe that Cat should be traded. Certain people like Bob who thinks now it's meshing. How do the rest of you guys feel about possibly trading Cat or keeping Cat?
Depends what's available. If the Bulls say, hey, look, you want Zach LaVine back? Zach LaVine, Alice Caruso for Cat? I'm doing it.
No. Mm-mm.
But I don't think that's possible. So I don't think there's anything that you can really get for Cat that makes sense for both parties, because I don't know what Cat's value is right now, especially for the teams you're looking at, because contenders aren't going to trade to other contenders. So then,
particularly not their main pieces. Particularly not their main pieces.
I know what I would do, Mars. If I was the Golden State Warriors, I'd make a call. If I was the Golden State Warriors, I would give up based off what I'm seeing from the growth from.
Please don't say Draymond.
What's the
Please
young
don't.
guy's name? No, I'm saying, but the growth from Kuminga.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I would see about if they would take him and would take old boy. What's old boy's name? Andrew Wiggins, who fell off.
So back to Minnesota.
Hell no. The Timberwolves are cussing.
Hold on. Listen to why I said this, y'all. I'm going to ask y'all a question. Since they won a championship, has Andrew Wiggins been the same, anywhere close to the same on offense or defense?
Well, last year, remember he missed a lot of the season last year.
I'm not gonna lie. He was fine up until he had to start worrying about his father, bro.
I gave y'all that. What have y'all seen this year so far?
You acting like he's.
I've seen that he's not enough for Karl Anthony Towns. You're right about that. That's why. I know what you said. I heard what you said, but I'm saying that's why the Timberwolves aren't going to take that trade, because it's like, why would we do that? Karl Anthony Towns has finally adjusted to our defensive schemes. He's learned how to move his feet on defense. Him and Rudy actually can play together. Why would they do that?
No, I'm saying Ron asked about a viable trade, and I think that's a viable trade. The reason why I'm saying this is because it is, bro. I don't think Wiggins is going to get no better than what he was with the Warriors. I think he reached peak with the Golden State Warriors. The year they won a championship, I think he reached his peak with the Warriors. You don't see anywhere near the same with him offensively or defensively.
That's true. No, you're right.
Draymond's on a decline. So if I can unload those two guys and get Cat, if I can convince them, look, take Wiggins back. He's still young. Wiggins is still 30 years old. And they
can't convince him of that. You're not Danny.
He's just trying to rob the Timberwolves.
They don't got Danny Ainge over there. If they had Danny Ainge,
hold on, Mars. Is that really? Mars, is that really? Hold on. Think about this, Mars. Is that really robbing the T-Wolves? If Draymond Green's as good as y'all say,
Draymond and Andrew Wiggins.
Hold on.
He wasn't talking about Mars said Kuminga. Ticket wasn't talking about Kuminga. He was talking about Draymond.
Okay, yeah. Well, I'm saying,
Draymond was 60.
He said Kuminga first. I don't know who we talking
No,
about.
No, Mo said Kuminga.
I said
He
Kuminga.
said the young fella, so I said
Tiki said
Kuminga.
Kuminga?
Draymond ain't no young
No,
fella.
No, Ron. I said Kuminga was balling for the Warriors, so you can bring him up and get rid of Draymond and old boy because Kuminga.
Oh, so you talking about Draymond and Andrew Wiggins for Karl Anthony Towns?
That money doesn't even match. First of all, that money doesn't.
No, hey, listen. I like that move because Wiggins going back to Minnesota now. You put him beside Ant-Man. He plays great wing defense. Put him alongside the other boy Mars got. They're locked in the wing, and he can play the some force too defensively as well. I like that about Wiggins. Then you put Draymond on that team. Y'all, if Draymond is as good as y'all say, that brings them the leadership they need from a veteran standpoint and the edge that they need. To me, that helps them because to me they lost that edge that they needed when they let Pat Beverly go.
But they're better.
It's not necessarily too bad. I mean, look, it's not necessarily too bad. It's not necessarily too bad.
Not today.
It's not. No, I'm being serious. It's really not. It's really not.
The edge with Pat Bev. You talking about edge with Pat Bev, and the Wolves are playing better than what. What are we talking about?
It's not necessarily too bad. Look, my thing with the trade is, and I'm not saying that I do it. My thing with the trade, it's really Andrew Wiggins. I'm really a lot higher on Andrew Wiggins than a lot of you guys. I like his versatility. His ability to guard 1 through 4, that would be perfect with Minnesota. Now you got and you got Andrew Wiggins. You know what that turns that defense into? With Rudy Gobert under the hoop, or that defense will be lit. On top of that, Draymond gonna help the defense.
Real talk. That's why you're a wrestler. Because I'm gonna tell you one thing. You laugh at guys like Pat Beverly. But I'm gonna tell you something about Pat Beverly. How many years had it been since Minnesota made the playoffs until Pat Bev came over there?
He's been in and out of lineups. Are you kidding me? Don't you dare say this. Don't you dare say what I'm thinking about to say.
He gave them what they lacked though. He gave them an edge. He gave them an identity defensively. He gave them a lot. His effort, his energy, and his veteran leadership and the things he brought to that team gave them something they was lacking. That is how they made it that year to the playoffs. Let's be honest. Before then, they lacked that. Before then, teams looked at them as they were soft. Before then, ever since Jimmy Butler left. So keep it real, bro. So
the Timberwolves GM would lose his job and he would never get another one if he trades Karl Anthony Towns for Draymond Green and Andrew Wiggins.
Bob, why?
Never get another job.
2 world champions?
Why?
2 world champions.
With Karl Anthony Towns' inconsistencies on the offensive end, which is all he brings. A little bit of rebounding, but that's all he brings. I'm pretty sure.
It's a double-digit rebounding for his career.
Wait. Okay, and I'm pretty sure Draymond and Wiggins can bring his rebounding to the table, if not more.
What happens in the playoffs with him, Chill? Y'all always tell me he drops in the playoffs.
No, he doesn't just drop ticket. It's worse than that. It's worse.
Right, so then, if we're playing for that, why won't you? If you're the Minnesota Timberwolves, I take a shot now. I went and got Rudy. I went all in to go get Rudy, right? I want to put toughness beside Rudy. I can do that with Draymond, and then with bringing Wiggins back, guess what he does? He has a bigger offensive role than he has as a third option on the Warriors right now because he'll probably be the second option offensively, and Wiggins can score the ball regardless of what people think.
20 a game.
That turns the Warriors into instant championship contenders. That makes them. If you ask me, that makes them favorites in the West. I know y'all love Jokic in the
Nuggets. Oh no, because Steph Curry and Draymond merchant. So then what?
Yeah, whatever.
I think he can't, but Steph takes a step.
I don't got time to play this morning, Ron. I don't got time to play.
Why am I playing?
I'm being serious. I'm being serious right now. You put Karl Anthony Towns over there. They become like a top 3 team, and it's come on, bro. Like,
I just want everyone to understand the reason why the Timberwolves made the playoffs the first time since Jimmy Butler was maybe because they were just a better team. Maybe because they actually had better pieces from the 3 years before.
How about that for an idea?
They had Jaden McDaniels there. They had Jared Vanderbilt, Malik Beasley, Pat Bev, D'Lo played 65 games. Yeah, Cat and Anthony Edwards, the best team they've ever had in the last since Jimmy Butler. So maybe that's the reason. Not about Patrick Beverly. What the fuck?
Nah, man. Rewind and leadership, bro. Pat Beverly's the reason they got to the playoffs.
Pat Beverly does bring a level of toughness that they didn't have.
That is true.
100%. Just like PJ Tucker brings that, and that's Ticket's point. Just like
That's
PJ
fine.
Tucker brings that
That's
100%.
fine. But this team right here, we're talking about Patrick Beverly and Draymond Green fulfilling that gap that Pat
Right.
Bev brought. Bro, their team is playing probably better than they played even that season without Pat Bev, without that leadership. They're still playing that great. Now, I like Wiggins being there with defense because I think that would be a great defensive crew. But if Draymond Green is there, what the hell is Jaden McDaniel going to do? Draymond Green got to come off the bench. What the hell are we talking about?
Okay, first of all, I'm sorry to interrupt you, Dub, but just so we clear, Minnesota is 2 games out of first place in the Western Conference. Why are we talking about moving one of their best big guys?
Chill. I'm gonna tell you the odds. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you.
Doing that?
For clickbait.
No. I'm gonna tell you. I'm
doing?
actually convinced now because last year I was like, I kept going back and forth. At the end of the year, I was like, man, Cat gotta go. They don't. He's first off as your number one option, which I was still convinced last year he was the number one option. I'm saying he's not getting it done. He's hurting the defense. He's not a leader.
Bro, he missed 2/3 of the
He's
season last year.
inconsistent. No, I got you. Hold on. He was what?
He missed 2/3 of the season last year.
And that's very true. And they performed better without him. Not necessarily better without him, but they performed well enough without him to let me know they don't really need him. So now let's go get some other assets and find some guys that are tailor-made to fit next to Rudy Gobert. Guys that are tailor-made to fit next to Anthony Edwards. And some guys that are maybe younger and can grow with them guys. But with Cat coming back and balling this year,
Right.
not necessarily balling, but fitting in and then playing as well as they are, I'm actually
you want to hold
inclined.
up?
Yeah, I'm actually more. Ticket did say that trade, and I did say it's all right. But actually, right now, I am more inclined to be like, maybe Cat does fit with these guys.
Hold up. Let's hold up. Let's just hold up for a second.
But that's why I'm posing the question though. How do you guys feel? Is it get rid of Cat?
No, get rid of Cat. You know what the hell he's gonna do. He's gonna be inconsistent, especially in the postseason. He's not gonna show up. He's gonna have a couple games where he plays well, and he's gonna have a bunch of stinkers. Nah, bro, I'm not believing in Cat even as a second option, bro. Trade him for now. I don't know which package. I will have to look into it for see what teams will be able to get for him.
Right.
But bro, trade him for a reliable third option or second option to pair next to Anthony Edwards because we know what Ant-Man can do. We know what he's been doing. But Cat, offensively, I don't trust him. Defensively, I don't trust him. If I don't trust him on both sides of the floor, what the hell am I doing?
So can we keep that same energy? Can we keep that same energy for Joel Embiid? We got to get Joel Embiid out of Philadelphia. The process is over because what he does is he breaks down. Unfortunately, he breaks down in the playoffs and he underperforms in the playoffs. Can we keep that same energy for KD? Because KD over the last 4 years has broken down. He shouldn't be on the crew no more. The logic that you're telling me in the 2 playoff appearances that I've seen from Cat, which, right, you are 100% right that he has not performed. In fact, Dub, in the second half of all his playoff games, I think he averages 5 points and 3 rebounds in the second half. So he's not very good, 100%. However, if we're doing that, and you basing that on him being inconsistent, so don't we have to do that across the board? And we got to talk about how guys are going to break down in the playoffs and guys that aren't going to be very good. We got to get rid of these dudes too.
They're different. They're different because that's a risk of if they're gonna hold up. So I'm fine with taking that risk. Cat will be fully blown healthy and still stink the shit up. That's a different thing. So therefore, he has no excuse. The man's healthy, he's still sticking up compared to KD. Compared to KD
against the Celtics, and he got smoked.
He just came off the injury. Oh my God, here we go with KD.
KD was healthy in the playoffs. KD was healthy last year in the second round. He got smoked. Doug,
he wasn't. He only played 8 games with the team. He played 8 games with the team. What the hell are we talking about?
The Cat missed 54 games last year. 54 games.
Cat, even in a play, even the year in 2021, he didn't have a good postseason run at all. I think the play-in was probably the best night of his life. Even in 2019 or 2018, I forget which year with Jimmy Butler, he stuck it up. Played with that crew. This is who he is. That's who he is. You compare KD only playing 8 games with a crew. You comparing KD going through a whole roster change and not even playing with the crew for the majority of the season in the Brooklyn Nets. What the hell are we talking about? And why are we bringing up KD?
Ain't you the same dude that criticized Giannis last year when he got hurt before the playoffs or during the playoffs, and then you still hold Giannis the same accountability.
I'm so glad you brought up.
Uh-oh.
You know
Hey,
that?
Ticket, you shouldn't have did that right there.
Since we on that subject,
Hey, Ticket, you just said the wrong name, brother.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad you brought up Giannis.
Hey, Damo, grab your popcorn.
Ron, and this is what I came here for. Ticket, I came here for you. I just want you to know that. I messaged Ron last night, and I told Ron, no, I got to come on today because I'm so glad you mentioned Giannis because you talk crap so much about Damian Lillard. You talk so much crap that he's a crapper and all of this nonsense. He's the closer of the team. They lost last night. No. They lost last night. They lost last night because they did not have the closer of the team. You're a man. No. You're a man. You are a man. Hold on. Let me finish. No. This is the inconsistency you have with Giannis.
How?
Antetokounmpo. Because Giannis, you made a video about that?
Yes, I make videos about every other team, every team in the NBA.
This man Dub is cooked now.
Well, guess what?
15 videos out every day. Go to my other channel, Ticket TV 2.
So you're gonna sit here and acknowledge the fact that Giannis Antetokounmpo, outside of 2021, every single year you're talking about your guy showing up. Every single year you're talking about him showing up in the clutch and being this dog. Outside of 2021, he has not done that for you every single year. And Giannis Antetokounmpo.
I never said it about Giannis.
I'm saying it about Giannis, and I want you to say it about Giannis. And since you did not say it about Giannis, you need to sit here and talk about Giannis, how in every single year he's afraid of fourth quarters, he's not great in the clutch, and he has 1 year that you hold on to prove that he's this dog, when in reality, he's really not.
Hold on, I want to understand what you're saying. I agree with you that Giannis has come up short repeatedly. I agree with you. I don't think injuries are an excuse. So all the years he got hurt, the year he got hurt against Miami, where he jacked up his ankle and Miami beat him, he still tried to come back and play, had 18 in the first quarter, but they still lost. He tried to play on one leg.
That was in the bubble.
I hold him accountable for that. I hold him accountable for last year, even though he got hurt during the series, came back and they lost. I hold him accountable for that. In the other years he lost, I hold him accountable for that. But, sir, that is not the question. The question is you get on your knees and make 1,000 excuses for KD, and you make every injury excuse in the book for KD every single year he's failed. He has failed every single year except for when he was with Steph and Waddell Curry. Steph and Curry.
So the difference between me and you, the difference between me and you, I would have the honesty. The difference between me and you, I will have the honesty. And actually, go watch this. Go watch Open Gym because I have talked about KD and him.
Get your ones out.
I have talked about KD. I have talked about regressing, and KD only playing on the crew for 8 games is different from Giannis playing for a whole year. But that's fine. No. Let me finish. Because
hold up, Ticket. Let him get it off.
Same thing with Giannis Antetokounmpo. My whole premise of Giannis is I acknowledge all of these things, but you and people like you putting this faith into Giannis Antetokounmpo as if he's this dog, as if he's this guy. When every single year he has not shown you anything besides 2021. My argument is against y'all train of thought. The inconsistencies that you have with Giannis, the inconsistency, the fake belief that he's this clutch dog is fake. Because every single year he folds.
Okay, cool, no problem. Let me ask you a couple questions real quick. Did Giannis form super teams as long as KD has?
Oh my God!
No, I'm gonna ask you a couple questions.
Just did.
I'm gonna ask you a couple questions.
Oh my God!
No, because Chris Middleton's washed. We can see that.
It's nonsense.
Giannis formed super teams as much as Chris Middleton.
You talk about him forming a super team. You talk about him forming a super teams. The man has only played on one super team in the playoffs.
Hold on, Dub. The reason why it's levels to this is because of this. Last time that I checked, it was 5 chains on my neck. Giannis Antetokounmpo had 2 MVPs. KD got 1. Giannis Antetokounmpo led his team to an NBA championship. KD never did that. He had to run play with Steph Curry to get championships, and the rest of them boys over there with Klay Thompson and them boys. He never did what Giannis Antetokounmpo did. Then, how many defensive players?
You know what's so funny? That same year, if Giannis was so good, why is it in that same year he almost lost to the Brooklyn Nets where KD was by himself? If Giannis was so great, how the hell did he was? How was he a shot away from losing to KD by himself? Doesn't make sense. If he's that dog, it doesn't make sense. And again, this nonsense that he's playing with super teams. The teams is not even healthy in the playoffs, so he's not even playing with super teams. Oh my God!
Hold on. He traded the whole team when he went to Brooklyn for a nigga with titties named James Harden. That's true. He had a championship level team. Dudes made the All-Star team that year. Jared Allen and all those guys. He traded all those dudes in depth for a nigga with titties. Hold on. You can't get around that. He also took a dude who was highly irresponsible, who everybody thought was out of his goddamn mind, and Kyrie Irving in the Boston Celtics, and he took that dude and he went and teamed up with him in Brooklyn. Hold on. That's KD's fault. A dude who he knew going into it had multiple injury issues. So that's his fault. Then what does he do? He goes over to a dude named Devin Hooker, who's a man of many things, but a master of nothing. So he had did absolutely nothing but choke in the NBA Finals. And then what did he do? He brought another limp D dude by the name of Bradley Beal over there, who has done nothing in the NBA, who has accomplished nothing winning-wise in the NBA. He brings him over there when this dude has had an injury history and he's been hurt half the season, and now you want to complain about injury?
You're deflecting. I don't care about KD. If you want to say he's not a dog, I don't give a fuck. He's not a dog. We're talking about Giannis Antetokounmpo not being a dog. I want to talk about Giannis Antetokounmpo being not a dog. Stop deflecting. Stop deflecting. You're bringing up a different name. We're not even talking about that. We're talking about Giannis. No, we're talking about Giannis. We're talking about Giannis Antetokounmpo. How is it that 1 year is going to prove him for not being dog when in 2019 he folded, in 2020 folded, in 2020? I don't care about KD. You want to say he's not a dog? He's not a dog. You're deflecting. Chat, this is deflecting at its finest. Instead of acknowledging the point that he's inconsistent with Giannis, and you're praising and glazing him off of one run is inconsistent.
One run more.
Screw KD. Yeah, who's talking about KD?
You do. You jackstrap him every day. You was just jackstrapping him with
Ticket. Screw KD.
Yeah, okay.
You want me to say screw him?
I know you want
talk about Giannis Antetokounmpo and him not being a dog. And you shit on Damian Lillard.
Ticket. Is Giannis a dog? Yes or no?
You crap on Damian Lillard. You crap on Damian Lillard all the time when he's the closer of that crew.
Let me ask you a question, Ron. Did you see him get a 50-piece special in the NBA Finals when it was all on the wood coming down?
Who cares about KD?
Okay, so Ron, let me ask you a question, Ron.
Talk to me.
Do anybody question whether or not Dirk Nowitzki's a dog? How many chips Dirk Nowitzki got, Ron?
Uno.
Do anybody question whether or not AI was a dog? He ain't got no chips. But he went out like a warrior, and he didn't do the dumb shit that KD's doing over and over and over again.
Screw KD. Screw KD. Right. You keep bringing up the man name. You talk about me wanting to screw him. Maybe you want to screw him because you can't keep him out your mouth. I didn't even bring up KD. You the one that keep bringing him up. Stop bringing him up. Talk about Giannis that you keep protecting. Talk about Giannis. You the one that mentions him more than me. So maybe you the mad ex-girlfriend, if I'm going to be honest. If we're going to be honest. That's what it's like, the spiteful ex-girlfriend that can't keep the name out your mouth. I'm just saying that's what it sounds like to me. Because I remember those videos. Mars, what did Ticket say after he hit that shot? Best player in the world. Best player in the world. But you know what? He ain't live up to what I thought it was. So you know what now? I'm gonna just hate on him every single time I can, because he was the boyfriend that ain't satisfied me the most. Come on, bro. What are we talking about?
Dub, this was about.
Think you're putting niggas in pretzel.
You ran to the next big thing. That's what you ran to the next big thing. That's what you did. That's what you did.
All right, yo, Dub. You had something else that you wanted to come up here, because I know your time's limited right now. So you had something else that you needed to get off your chest as well. Would you like to present that argument to whoever it needs to be presented to?
That's how you cook a nigga right there, Chilltown. Nice and well done.
What did I have to say? I forgot. What did I say? I had something to say.
Go ahead and dab, Mars.
That was the main. That was the main thing. The Giannis thing.
Yeah, Mars. Dab on his ass. Bands will make him dance, nigga.
Oh, you talking about how Dave? Oh, you talking about how Dave is the best player in the crew?
He don't have that energy for KD. He don't have it. KD have cheated the system his whole career. He don't have that energy for KD.
You talking about how Dave is the best player in his crew?
I've seen Giannis go ski mask.
I'll tell you what though, Dub. Last night watching Milwaukee and Indiana, it's necessary to have Damian Lillard on the floor, because that's who they look for now as the closer. I don't think that Middleton is washed. I still think that he's really good. But, I watched Damian Lillard a couple of nights ago. I think he went for 18 in the fourth against Detroit when Giannis got thrown out. So he helps them down the stretch 100%. The conversation.
Hey, we talking like he didn't have 54. And was
Yes. Oh, he was fair. I thought he was going to go for 60. I thought he was going to go for 60.
Like he ain't the only reason he didn't get beat by 40 last night.
I thought he was going to go for 60, to be honest. I said that to you, Ticket. I thought he was going for 60.
Got to get the job done. Man.
I think he had 46 at the end of the third. And he got going. I thought he was going for 60 last night. That's what I thought was going to happen. But what I was saying, the way this thing started was with Dub and I, when I said that the same logic has to be, and then you said that it was different because of injury. I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it like those two things. Even though you can't control it, it's still an issue. It's still an issue that still holds us up. Same thing with Kawhi Leonard. It's an issue. As awesome as Kawhi Leonard is, the fact that he breaks down, that's an issue. The fact that he underperforms, him underperforming or him getting injured, even though they're two different things, they still issues. And they still issues that's holding us up from getting to where we need to go. That's the whole point in that.
The Pacers went up 27-9 yesterday.
And who put the team on their back, Ron?
Giannis did.
And hold on, so Ron, I admit he had those 2 turnovers late, right?
Be consistent, Ticket. He lost the game.
Hold on, Ron. He had big turnovers late in the game. I don't not acknowledge that. I acknowledge all that. I think Dub is right about that. I think he's right about the years that
Y'all be easy, though. I got to go.
Even though
all right, Dub. I know you got to bounce. And my man in the chat said that can we acknowledge that Brook Lopez only had 1 rebound last night, which is horrific, 100%. Which is absolutely horrific. The fact that he only had one rebound last night.
Make sure you worry about the next
which is a big deal.
Ticket. I just want you to be consistent, man. You talk about you talk about me. You keep talking about me not being consistent. I just want you to be consistent and him not showing up in the clutch and him not showing up in big times and big games besides 2021. I just want you to keep the same energy, man. But I don't see it a lot. I don't. You praise losing. He lost last night. Why you praising 50? He lost.
Hey, you need to subscribe to Ticket TV too, then, baby, because I got more than one channel and I got more than one heat.
Okay, bet.
Damo.
Can we win it at some point this show? Because I've been waiting. We start talking about the Timberwolves for whatever reason. That's fine. Let niggas have their thing. When are we going to talk about the people that actually won that game? And when am I going to hear Ticket give an analysis on Tyrese Haliburton? Because I, while I was quiet, I did check Ticket TV too, and I went back months. I'm still not seeing Tyrese Haliburton as a thumbnail nor a conversation topic. So, does this game pop off the tree now? Ticket? Can we have a conversation about Reese? Because he looked good last night. And he won. I'm tired of talking about losers. Can we talk about the guys that won?
Hold on, Ticket. Hold on. Damo, you got some nerve up here talking about losers. When we got to talk about the Detroit Pistons as much as we got to talk about them. You son of a, you know what?
They won 2
games. Even if they won 2 games, they're still at the bottom of the Eastern Conference, Mars. Give me a damn break.
Whoa. And I need the just for correction, OG. Whenever I'm not talking about the Detroit Pistons, I come up here and I'll be like, man, a sword's looking good for a rookie. That's it. I go there. I might go, hey, man, K had a cool little 30, but we're going to leave it there. Hey, Jalen Duren, cool. But other than that, I don't bring
And then guess who got a DMP? And
Marcel's that it. You know who talks about the Pistons? Ron wants to talk about the Pistons because we have that bet. So he brings up the whole Pistons. I just bring up 1 or 2 things, and we try to move on quick. I don't want to praise losing. I just want to mention how certain guys are looking good. You know, I get my I told you so's out the way and keep pushing. I don't want to talk about the Pistons.
So your logic is that, even though she looked like she got hit in the face with a frying pan, she do got a fat ass though, don't she?
That's hey, man, you see
that's
it.
You see it, right? Okay,
I know you see it.
I can get with that. All right.
Damo just bring her up so he can watch her walk away.
That's it. I can get with that. All right.
Hey, but nah. Back to the Milwaukee and the Pacers game. Let's talk about that. Damo brought up Tyrese Haliburton. Did we see the kid ball out last night?
Not with any pizzazz. I'm gonna be honest. It was nice.
Apparently, no pizzazz.
There wasn't pizzazz. I'm gonna be honest.
I mean, ain't nobody really talking about it.
He look like he about to have a stroke.
Nah, I'm watching him score. I'm like, oh, nice. In my opinion, Benedict Mathurin had the most pizzazz on the Pacers. If we're gonna be honest, I saw the most pizzazz from him.
Since y'all want to be funny,
No Chill is not that old dude at the club. No, he is not. Let's get to the bottom of that right now. No Chill is not that old dude at the club. No, he isn't.
Tell him do it in the postseason. You want a cookie?
Tell him do it in the postseason.
Yeah,
this is crazy. So All right,
But that was my thing though. So y'all obviously know I'm a Milwaukee fan. I'm a big Giannis guy. I'm gonna get to Giannis in a second because I have to address some things with Giannis. But I actually was. Y'all know I'm a big Tyrese dude too. I wasn't mad that the Pacers won because at the end of the season they're gonna need it a little more than Milwaukee is. But that showed, like watching this game with the Pacers, it showed me that the Pacers actually got a solid squad. Now, granted, I know Dame wasn't there, but the Pacers aren't bad.
No, they ain't.
They really got something going on over there.
Coach, Ron. Rick Carlisle's a damn good coach, and it's proven. He's proven to me that in ways I think he's better than Popovich. He just haven't had the talent Popovich has had. I think that because if you think about it, go back in Rick Carlisle's history when he first was with the Pacers. Go back and look at that Pacers team that should have won a championship before Ron Artest and them acted a damn fool. You can say whatever you want to say. Chilltown know what I'm talking about because
I had them win an NBA. I had them win an NBA championship.
I
had them win the championship.
Then let's think about this. Since you laughing, Damo, I'm gonna put your ass in a double wide casket too. So, like I said, since you laughing, since you want to be funny, right? Now let's look at this.
It is funny.
Then he goes to the Detroit Pistons. Chilltown, what did he do? He really built that Pistons team up before Larry Brown took over and won the chip the next year. Right or wrong? Right or wrong?
And not talk about Tyrese Haliburton.
No.
Yeah.
Right or wrong?
Yeah,
Phil?
he
Right or
managed to get here.
Craig,
So
now,
we
hey,
don't have to
Phil,
praise
hold on,
Again,
hold on,
we're
hold on,
talking about coaching.
hold on,
When I bring up
so now,
coaching,
Phil,
I'm a
now,
casual.
hold on, Phil.
But no matter
So
what
now
we
what
do
he
with
does
ticket,
is, now what he does
it's
is,
always
he
coaching.
goes to Dallas. He goes to Dallas, chill, and he really builds up that Dallas team that Jason Kidd inherited that went to the Western Conference Finals that next year with Luka Doncic. Right or wrong? Because the only thing he did was he ran into Kawhi and they won 7 games when it was just Luka out there balling because Kristaps Porzingis got hurt. These are all facts. So now he goes to Indiana again, rebuilding Indiana right in front of y'all very eyes. I respect what I've seen him do more than a guy like Pop, who's been blessed with Hall of Famers and that type of talent and stability throughout his whole time. Rick Carlisle didn't have. If Rick Carlisle actually has stability with that Pacers team, he would have already won a chip a long time ago before he won one with the Dallas Mavericks. And those are
If he was a better coach, he wouldn't allow that to go down. You know what I'm saying?
What do you mean? That's not true. You can't stop. Hold on. Time out, Bob. You mean you wouldn't allow it to go down, bro? You're in the game. You're playing. Ben Wallace, goddamn, knocks Ron Artest's head off his shoulders. The man goes to the sideline. How the hell you gonna stop a melee from somebody throwing something from the crowd?
Greg Popovich would have never allowed that malice in the palace to
Are
happen.
you crazy? So what Pop old ass gonna do? Get knocked the fuck out too?
I don't know. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm just impressed with. I just hope Haliburton stays healthy because last year that team was definitely cut short. Well, that team season was cut short when he got hurt.
They were the number. What were they? The number 3 seed?
They were a high seed. They were definitely a high seed.
4.
Are you gonna give
I think they were 3, Chip. 3, 4, same thing.
I'm sure that they were the 4 seed before he got hurt.
Are you gonna give the coaches credit, Damo, for doing such a great job with those guys?
Ticket, I'm not answering shit you guys say until you actually stick on the topic and talk about players and not just shift to coaches whenever you're questioned about something that you were wrong about. Every time you've been wrong about, every time you're wrong about something, you go on coaches. Okay, and I'm gonna let you go because I'm not about to sit here.
Is he in the playoffs, nigga? All right then, nigga. What you want, a cookie because you won 4 games?
Right. We'll give Rick Carlisle credit when he does something in the playoffs with Indiana.
Rick Carlisle won the finals. He won a championship.
That's 12 years ago. We don't care. Same way we don't care about what Popovich has done in recent times, even though he won a championship in 2014.
Oh, okay.
Rick Carlisle and Doc Rivers are down there.
We'll wait for the playoffs.
I don't know how we talking about the malice in the palace. Wait. Actually, about Tyrese Haliburton's game last night, and we're talking about the damn malice in the palace. This is crazy.
Hey, but who's a better coach though? Doc Rivers or Rick Carlisle?
I like Doc Rivers over Rick Carlisle, and the reason why I like Doc Rivers over Rick Carlisle is because of a couple things. Doc Rivers went to multiple NBA finals with his team. And the only reason why he didn't go to more, and you admit, not me, you admitted the reason why they didn't win more is because Kevin Garnett got hurt. So don't take it back now and say that I'm lying. Y'all said the only reason why they didn't win more is because KG got hurt that year that they was playing the Orlando Magic with Dwight Howard and them. So if KG wasn't hurt, they probably would have went to more NBA finals. They probably would have won another championship. Mere bag of shells, ladies and gentlemen.
I find it super ironic how the playmaker
that you, easy to beat, Ron.
I find it ironic how the playmaker that you swore Westbrook was going to be is who Tyrese Haliburton is.
All right, hold on.
Hey, Westbrook was supposed to lead the league. Westbrook was supposed to lead the league in assists, right?
I said he didn't jump off my screen, nigga. I said
and you were wrong. And you're wrong. That's wrong.
He still don't jump off my screen. He don't.
Because you're watching 5 screens. That you're wrong. That's all it is. You're watching 5 screens, so you can't pay attention enough to see him pop off the screen.
That shit funny, right, Mom? That shit funny, right, Mom?
That's why I love. That's how they.
So to answer your question,
Damo,
Damo, he's clearly the straw that stirs that drink in Indiana. He got a herky jerky game to him. He's got a underrated, not really underrated. I'm going to say underappreciated athleticism about him. He gets downhill with the best of them. Yo, he sees plays before they actually happen, especially dudes in transition. Like, he gets Matherin more involved in transition. He gets the big fella. I would like to see Turner run more. As much as Turner runs, I like to see him run more because I think he'd get him even more involved. What's the big fella's name that they have with the glasses? The dirty work guy. He didn't play last night, but if he played,
Jalen Smith.
That's him. That's him, Mars. If he played last night, he gives them also a different element because he helps speed them up. I think that Tyrese Haliburton is becoming one of the best league guards.
What's his NBA ceiling, Chilltown? Keep it real.
Tyrese Haliburton?
As far as comparison. What's his NBA ceiling as far as
Jalen
comparison?
Smith, LSU legend.
And if you can't do it, I'll do it.
No. I'm asking you. Yeah, what's his NBA
Please
comparison
don't.
like? What's his? Because I see Tyrese Haliburton as this 2-3-time NBA All-Star. Yeah, guy who made the playoffs a couple years. Yeah, nothing special, nothing that jumps off my screen that makes me say, "Hey, oh man, he is in the NBA Finals." I don't think he'll ever be in the NBA Finals.
Ticket, respectively, you tripping, fam.
Okay.
I'm
telling you
I think
respectfully.
you're definitely wrong about
Respectfully.
that.
Hey,
I'm gonna tell you why, Ron. I'm gonna tell you why, Ron. He has the best coach in NBA history, the best developmental coach in NBA history. Tyrese Haliburton has to be better than that.
No, I'm asking Chill though. What's his
Yeah,
NBA
Rick
comparison?
Carlisle.
Damo can't give me one.
No,
What do y'all say?
It's
What is
best
his ceiling for his
comparison.
NBA comparison? What is his ceiling, Damo? What is Tyrese Haliburton's ceiling since he jumped off the screen to y'all?
Well, first of all, I think that he's definitely one of the best. I think he's going to be one of the best guards of his generation. Ticket. I think you're wrong about that All-Star thing. I think he's going to be. I think he's got Ticket. We're talking about a 20-10 guy. That's what he's going to be over the next 5, 6, 7 years. 100% he is. Definitely going to be that.
He's going to lead the league in assists for the next 10 years.
I'm about to say he's actively leading the league in assists, and he's not
For
even close
Ticket
to
for
being
the
high in
next
turnovers.
10 years, he's going to lead the NBA in assists.
I'm going off his game, Ticket. I'm trying to figure out. That's what I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure out with watching his game. I'm trying to figure out who I could put a comparison to.
He better than hold on. Chill.
There is no comparison.
You said of his generation. Do you right now? Do you have him? Do you think he's better than Trae Young right now?
I think he's on his way to being better than Trae Young. Yes.
I ain't asked you that. I asked you, do you think he's better than Trae Young right now?
Not right now, but I think he's on his way to being
I don't
better.
see him. Hold on, time out. Because you said of his generation. Now I'm finna really cook your ass 3 the hard way. So he ain't better than Trae Young, Ron.
Right
Put
now.
that in the pipe. Hold on. Put
Right
that in the
now.
master.
Right
Trae
now.
Young, he's
Right
not better
now.
than Luka Doncic, and he won't never be.
Right
That's
now.
true.
Y'all
So
said the
I'ma
same
keep
thing
cooking
about.
your ass
Keep going.
3
Keep
the hard
going.
way, sucker.
Keep going. Keep going.
Also, since we talk about point guards and generation, let's think. Is he better than Jamal Murray? Hell no, nigga. Put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Yes, he is.
Jamal Murray got it in what?
Ticket. I hate to bring harsh reality to you.
He's better than Jamal Murray.
He's better than bro.
Disgusting, man. Y'all
better
And
than
again, do I need to check Ticket TV 1 to see if you actually been watching Tyrese play? Because I'm checking Ticket TV 2. You're not talking about him. So I'm inclined to believe you're not watching him play. How is he not better than Trae Young? Tell me what makes Trae Young so much better than him. Let me hear
First of all, Trae Young's already led his team to the Eastern Conference Finals. Something that he hasn't even been to the playoffs yet. That's first and foremost. Come on. That's first and foremost.
Okay.
Second of all, you guys on here glazing Trae Young's playmaking, his passing ability. Yesterday, when I was telling y'all that the Negro shouldn't be playing at the point, they should be playing at the 2. So y'all was glazing that yesterday. Y'all was arguing that against me. So that's secondly, sir. So when you talk about assists and all this other stuff, Trae Young did that. Mere bag of shells. Thirdly, Trae Young's a better scorer than this clown. Point blank period. These are facts. And Trae Young has proven to be a better winner than him. Hold on, he's not. Trae Young's not a better scorer than Tyrese.
Keep going.
Right. So you said of this generation. So I ain't gonna use the last generation guards like Kyrie and them. I'm sticking to right now. I'm sticking to Luka Doncic. I'm sticking to Jamal Murray. I'm sticking to the other boy I just said. What's the old boy's name?
You said Trae Young. Let's see. You said Trae Young. You said Luka Doncic, and you said Jamal Murray. Yeah, you said Jamal Murray.
Jamal Murray. He ain't better. He ain't better than De'Aaron Fox right now.
Why isn't he better than Jamal Murray?
Nigga, are you boy? First of all, Jamal Murray. Hold on. First of all, Jamal Murray is better with the rock in his hand. He's
Why?
great. Why? Because he's great decision making out of pick and rolls. He's great at facilitating for his team. He's also great. He's also a better scorer than him. He can create in a more variety of ways than him. You understand what I'm saying? And he can take his game to a higher level than Tyrese Haliburton. We've seen him, Jamal Murray, take his game to MVP levels in the NBA Finals. Now, you want to keep
I'll
cooking?
give you the scoring.
Now,
I'll
let's
give
go.
you the scoring.
Now, let's go.
Literally, the
Let's
only
go
thing
to
you
the next one.
only thing
Now,
you
let's
spoke
go.
on, only thing you spoke on that was true was the
I'm gonna
scoring.
keep
Everything
cooking
else
you.
is capping.
I'm gonna
But
keep
again,
cooking you.
I
I'm
expect
gonna
nothing
keep cooking
less from
you,
a guy that hasn't
not
watched Tyrese
better.
Haliburton play.
Now, let's keep going. He's not better than De'Aaron Fox. Now, let's keep going.
As of right now, I'll give you that. Sure.
Okay, so that's 5 right there. Chip said some of the greatest of his generation.
You do know he's only. He said one of the greatest of his generation, and you do realize he's only 3 to 4 years in, and he still has room to grow and time to be better than these
He
people.
ain't going to be better than none of these guys.
Hey, Tyrese Haliburton ain't even scratched the
Hold on, Ron.
surface
Hey,
yet.
Ron. Hey,
Not
Ron.
even close.
Ron, I'm cooking like James Harden was in Houston. Let's keep going.
You are cooking
Yo,
cereal.
boy, come on. I got another one for you. He ain't better than SGA. Yeah, nigga. Yeah, he ain't better than
He's
you.
not better than
Nigga,
SGA.
don't stutter, nigga. He ain't better than Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, nigga.
Ticket, we talking about a dude.
No,
that
no,
got
nigga,
it-
keep it real. Answer the question.
Ticket. We talking about okay. We talking about right now, right? This is what we talking about. We talking about right now. We talking about right now, and all of them dudes
He's
are
a better
older than
point
him.
guard than SGA.
All of them dudes have been around longer than him. That's number one. Number two, players get better, which is what's going on with Tyrese Haliburton. He's getting better, Ticket. Just so you know, his scoring average went up this year. He was 21 a game last year. This year, 24 a game, right?
You think he gonna pass Trae Young?
I'm not. Yes, I do. I do
You
think that he's
pass
gonna.
Luka?
I think that I'm not sure about Luka. I'm not sure he's. I don't think he.
We could kind of just keep Luka out of this conversation.
I'm not sure about Luka. I'm not
Please, let's not bring Luka Doncic up.
I'm not going to go that far. No, I won't do that. But what I'm seeing with this dude is I'm seeing a dude who's massively improving. That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a dude whose assist to turnover ratio. Damo, did you know that at this point with this dude during this season right now, I think he got something ridiculous like a 5 or 4 or 5 to 1 assist to turnover ratio. Something goofy like that.
Damn near 12.
But Damo, hold on,
Yeah.
Damo. Let me keep
It
going.
might
Let
be-
me ask y'all a real question. Since we have basketball,
Real quick, Ticket, because I got to jump in with you on this one, Ticket. I got to side with you on this one. Real
Bob,
quick,
is he
Ticket.
better? Bob, is he better than John Morant?
Well, hold on, no, Ticket. Before I answer that, I want to get with you on this. I want to get with you on this Jamal Murray.
Hold on,
Hold up, real quick.
Bob.
Hold on, Ticket. Hold on, Ticket. Let me
Bob,
get.
he's better than John Morant, Bob.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool.
Bob agrees, Sticky.
I want to say this.
Hold on,
Hold up, Ticket. Let him ask this question.
I want to say this about Jamal Murray. I think it's disingenuous to just hands down say, oh yeah, Tyrese is better than Jamal. Like we did see Jamal getting busy in the playoffs. We all saw that. Now I'm not mad at you for wanting to take Tyrese over Jamal, but I do think we have a tendency to devalue Jamal just because of how good Jokic is.
Thank you, Bob.
I do think we have a tendency to do that. But I like Tyrese. I like Jamal. I think they're both top 10 point guards.
Bob, hold on, Bob. I gotta ask you this question, Bob. Do you think he's better than John Morant? Yeah, think about that.
At basketball,
what you say.
At basketball, that's what that's what
I would rather coach Tyrese Haliburton.
I didn't say that. Come on.
Tiki, he just answered your question. He just trying to be polite right now.
Ron, stop saying this, Ron. Ron, stop it. Listen, bro. That team won one game without John Morant, man. Come on, bro.
In Ticket, without Tyrese Haliburton, these niggas lost by damn near 100. They lost by 50.
We're gonna be real.
No, Ticket though, it's the same situation. It's the same scenario.
Ticket, we can't.
I think that close to call.
John Morant is 26 and 9. Hold on. John Morant is 26 and 8. Damo, first team all NBA. Come on, bro. You better than him.
Again. Ox, I believe this is a situation where just because I'm saying Reese is better than Jamal doesn't devalue Jamal. I think Jamal is phenomenal. We've seen Jamal elevate his game to phenomenal heights. We've seen him do a great thing. I just think that in terms of being a total basketball player, Tyrese is better, but it doesn't mean
I'm not
Jamal
mad
is
at that,
any
Damo.
less of a player. I'm not saying,
I'm not
oh
mad
yeah,
at that.
Jamal's bad. No, I think if you put Tyrese Haliburton in that situation, similar things will happen. I'm not gonna say the same thing. Similar things will happen. I think Tyrese will be able to raise his game and do different things that Jamal isn't doing for that team. Not saying he's going to be better for that team, but because there are two different style of point guards, he would do things different, but he still has the ability to score and put the ball in the basket. Better than Jamal? No. But as a playmaker, he clears Jamal.
I'm not mad at that, Damo. I'm not mad at that. But all I'm saying is that Jokic is so good, that a lot of times I think we do devalue Jamal. Fair. I'm not mad at you either way it goes. I think we're talking about we talking right now about the top-notch point guards in the NBA. So there's nothing wrong with putting any of them ahead of any of the other ones. You know what I'm saying? I don't think so.
I just want to put this out there as well too. If the conversation, and my fault, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, if the conversation is Tyrese Haliburton versus Ja Morant, who's the better basketball player, and maybe. Okay, that makes your argument even worse. And coming from a guy that plays basketball, this is an asinine conversation.
How?
Tell me what aspect of being a point guard Ja Morant does.
You would rather ticket as a ticket. No. Ticket. That's disingenuous because those two things are completely different. You as a big man, ticket, would you rather play with a distributor like Haliburton or a point guard like Ja Morant?
Ja Morant. You know why? I'm gonna tell you why I'd rather play with Ja Morant. Because one thing, Ja Morant, he does come about the rock. Look at his assist numbers. Secondly, he's more explosive. He's more explosive offensively. He's more explosive offensively, and he can take his game to a higher level than which Haliburton can. I've seen it on a more consistent basis. And let me say this to you, Chilltown. And let's be honest when we talking basketball. Yeah. You took the point guard away from that team, right? You took the point guard away from that team. They're a lottery team. They won one game this season. Now, check it out, Chilltown. If you put Ja Morant on that team, as a point, at the point, they're one of the top teams.
And Dylan Brooks.
They're one of the top teams in the West right now, bro.
Brandon Clark.
Let's not do that, bro. Let's not do that. They're one of the top teams.
This is a whole other team, Ticket. It's a whole different team. The only person they got is Desmond Bain.
No, I'm saying no, but that's what I'm saying.
But the point is this, though, Ticket. The point is this.
Y'all sad, bro.
De'Aaron clear all these jokers.
Y'all sad.
But before we get into that, because Ticket, this is also the same thing too, though. Last year, Ja Morant missed a good portion of time last year. The year before that, Ja Morant missed a good portion of time last year. Who was able to step in? Who was able to step in and do just as good a job as Ja Morant?
What happened when he missed the playoffs last year? What happened when he missed the games in the playoffs last year? They got their ass whooped. The only chance they had was Ja Morant. So cut it out, bro.
Well, nobody. Wait. Ticket, hold on. Stop right there. Because you just said what happened when they missed the playoffs. We just talked about.
I said miss him in the playoffs.
And they did miss him in the playoffs. And we just talked about Haliburton going down, and they were a top 5 seed in the East. And then when he goes down, they out the playoffs.
That was only a few
out
games.
The playoffs.
No, I'm saying that was only a couple games though, Chill. That was
but even if it's only
56 games last year, so
they wasn't locked. Hold on, but they wasn't locked in. It was still a couple of seasons in between. That's what I'm saying. They were only a couple games out of the AC. So what I'm saying is because
they had a hill to climb. They had a hill to climb.
Chill. That's not what I'm saying. Though. My point to y'all is this. My point. You said that Tyrese Haliburton has the opportunity to be the greatest point guard of this generation.
No, I didn't say the greatest, Ticket. I said I think he's one. I think he's going to want. I said he's going to be one of the. No, I didn't say that, Ticket. I said he's going to be one of the best league guards of his generation. That's what I said. I didn't say the best. I said one of the best league guards. And I said this.
If that's what you said, I disagree because I can name you 6, 7, or 8 that's better than him right now.
Hey, Ticket. Before you do that, Chill might not have said it, but guess what I'm gonna say?
Don't do it.
Tyrese Haliburton will be the best pure PURE point guard of this generation, and he will be the best passer of this generation. And I don't think it's going to be close. Last year, if it wasn't for James Harden, dude leads the league in assists. This year, he's finna lead the league in assists by a mile.
Do he run the offense better than Luka?
Yes.
That's
yes.
Man.
Yeah, Luka scores better than him, and Luka's better with the ball in his hand. Time out, chill. Time out. The offense in Denver, the offense in Dallas. Hold up, right quick. The offense in Dallas is literally Luka. You dribble around and either score or pass the ball. It is no offense. Tyrese Haliburton actually runs an offense. He actually runs a fast break. It's actually a system over there.
Mars, I beg you.
With
Mars.
Luka, it's not.
I
It's
beg
not
you.
a system, chill.
Don't
It's
let
not a
this cap
system.
go down, Mars.
It's
Don't let
Luka.
this cap
No,
go
it's literally open gym.
No,
So-
that's
so
not what
look,
they're doing. No, that's not what they're doing. No, that's not what
What's
they're doing.
Dallas's offense?
Dallas's offense is get the basketball to Luka. These guys have action off the ball. Luka's going down.
Get the basketball to Luka.
And so what? The same logic is going on in Indiana. Get the basketball to Tyrese Haliburton. Same logic is going on. And he's responsible for a lot of their offense. Now, what you're trying to sell me is you're trying to tell me that the system is different. That's why Luka is flourishing more. When in reality, the system is the same.
It's just
Tyrese Haliburton is 4th in the NBA in time of possession.
What's Luka?
Number 1.
Okay.
Which is a top five.
It might be a little closer. It might be a little closer. With
that being said, Ron, we're talking about a dude who's responsible in Luka, who's responsible for a lot of other people's offense with his playmaking, with his ability to distribute. They run pin downs, they run cross actions, they run cross action. They do the same thing, and they do the same thing in Indiana with Tyrese Haliburton. They run pick and roll, they run pick and pop. And he gets them involved in transition. So it's not like we're at the park and just give him the basketball and just go. No, that is not going on in Indiana. No way that's going on in Indiana with Rick Carlisle. Even though he's had setups like that in the past, he doesn't have that with these guys. He had that setup in the past in Dallas because they had different players to run that. They don't have that in Indiana.
And let's be real, Reese is a better playmaker than Luka, so I don't.
What? Man, come on, man. Y'all,
He is.
Hey, chill town. Come on, bro. Chill. At some point in time, we
He
got to
is.
cap, bro. How is he a better playmaker than Luka effing Doncic, man?
With the basketball, with the basketball, he's a better
Mars,
playmaker than Luka.
Mars,
Yes.
Mars.
In terms of setting up for
No, I
others,
don't know what to say. I disagree with Ron and Domer. I don't know what to say. I don't
Okay, I
agree.
want you to say something, please.
No, I don't care for this conversation. I don't agree with what Domer just said.
With the basketball, he is not a better playmaker than Luka. And the reason why he's not a better playmaker than Luka with the basketball, because Luka's ability to score, he attracts so much attention.
And I'll give you that, OG. I'll give you that, OG. Now, if you're going to bring up scoring being a factor in the playmaking, I can concede and be like, okay, then cool. I'm the type of person where I contribute playmaking to strictly setting up for others, passing, more of that type of aspect. Right. I never contributed scoring to your playmaking, but if you're that type of person, that's what you do, then cool.
Absolutely.
Fine.
100%.
I won't argue your head off about it. I can see that and I will understand it. And then I can say, okay, in that aspect, I can take Luka over him. Cool. There's no need to argue that. I can concede. Just for me, when I'm using the term playmaker, I think of true point guard, or I think of the late 2000s, what I grew up watching basketball with your point guard, you contributed playmaking to passing. If it has evolved to a point to where scoring is now a part of playmaking, cool, I understand it. I might not agree with it all the time, but I definitely understand it.
Can I ask
Mark? Hold on, ticket. Well, if you watched in the late 2000s, then you should always attribute that, because Chris Paul was an 18 a game guy. Baron Davis was a almost a 20 a game guy. All of these guys were scoring point guards, and that stuff matters when you're talking about playmaking, because I'm attracting defenses. I'm going in and I'm beating up on big guys, and going in and beating up on big guys, taking those big guys off the floor and getting their second unit big man on, which is now creating more opportunities for your first unit guys going down the gut and laying the ball in where guards have to help and getting fouled, where I'm opening up the offense for everybody else. When I'm scoring the basketball, I'm opening up offense for so many other guys.
Maybe the guy I was looking at when I was growing up. Maybe the guy I was looking at and contributing as being a true point guard. Whenever I discovered the term true point guard, I was looking at Rondo. Rondo was the first guy where I looked at, and at my age, it was like, okay, that's a true point guard, and he could be an anomaly. That could
he could knock down a shot though, Damo. He could do.
He could attack. He had his moments where because his shot wasn't so efficient or whatever it was, he would attack, make up that space, and he could still score. But in terms of who Rondo was, you never contributed scoring to Rondo. I can say that he's an exception. I can say that he's probably an exception to the rule. That's fine, and I can realize that. Other guys, you're right. Guys like Steve Nash was be able to score. He was still considered a true point guard. Guys like Chris Paul, true point guard.
Let me ask you a question, Damo. Damo, since you said that, Mars, I got a question for y'all since he said that. And don't nobody cap. It's Tyrese
y'all wrong.
Haliburton. Hold on.
My fault. Go ahead.
Hey, Mars, is Tyrese Haliburton a better playmaker than Ben Simmons was or is? Why y'all looking at
Ben? He's better than Ben Simmons is now.
No, I'm saying, but
what about Prime
Ben Simmons? We know. I'm saying the Ben Simmons, because he's just saying just playmaking and just being a point guard to get your team in the offense. Ben Simmons, before he had that little debacle, Ben Simmons, you know what they were considering him as, right? His playmaking, his ability to run the offense, his ability to facilitate and get guys involved. You think Tyrese Haliburton was at a higher level than Ben Simmons?
In the half court, yeah, in transition, no.
Explain
You
that,
don't
please.
think
I think Ben Simmons was like the best transition playmaker maybe in the league. I think Tyrese is at top 5, but I think Ben Simmons, what he was able to create in transition, getting downhill, finding shooters, running the break the way he could. I think he was a better transition playmaker, but in the half court, there was a lot of times he wasn't even on the ball because of his inability to threaten the defense with any sort of scoring ability, which is why I do attribute scoring ability to playmaking, because
That's why I said Ben Simmons.
in the modern game, like maybe sure back 10 years ago, you could have guys like Rondo, to a lesser extent, a guy like Jason Kidd, who isn't as much of a threat to score in the half court. So you could get away with it because the game was different. But now, teams, if you aren't a threat to score in the half court, you just don't create much for other people.
But Marge, you don't
like
think
Tyrese Haliburton is a threat to score in the half court, which is why he's able to create for people.
No,
If
but I'm
he
saying, but
wasn't,
you don't
he
think Ben
wouldn't be
Simmons
able to do
is a great creator in the half court either?
I don't think he's great in the half court now,
Why not?
because he's just standing there and then passing the ball to someone coming off a screen.
But isn't
That's
that what
not-
Tyrese
that's not-
Haliburton's doing?
I don't consider
No.
Tyrese Haliburton the exceptional playmaker that dominated. I
No,
disagree with
he's
him.
not doing that, Ticket. He's doing more than that.
I don't.
Oh, okay,
I
hold
don't
on.
think
So
he's
what do you-
doing
hold
what
on,
Ben
what do you
Simmons
agree- what
does,
do
but
you-
I don't think he's this. Except I don't think he's Luka.
Hold
I
on,
don't think
chill,
he's
hold
close
on,
to me.
chill. What do you say?
I don't think he's Trae
What do you
Young
mean, chill? You say he's doing more than that. What do you mean?
He's doing more than just guys just coming off pin downs and passing the basketball. No, he's not. He's not just doing that. No, he's opening up the offense so much more with his offense too. Right? He's making his ability to pass. He's making guys run because they know that they know he's going to find them in transition. He's scoring the basketball in the half court. He's able to knock down the long ball, which opens up the offense even more. So when he gets downhill, they got to help. And when they help, his ability to pass is incredible. So he gets guys open like Buddy Hield, right? Like
I'm talking
Matherin
about
and
Ben
guys like
Simmons.
that.
So you do think Ben Simmons is less than that?
Ben Simmons wasn't doing that. And the reason why Ben Simmons wasn't doing that was because Ben Simmons was just a downhill guy who went to the rim and he would pass. He wasn't opening up the offense like Tyrese Haliburton was because he wasn't a threat on the perimeter. He wouldn't shoot the basketball.
I disagree because wasn't he doing that in Philly though? When they was getting a half court, because you had to slow down because of Embiid. So wasn't he able to get them to the only thing I thought they had stagnant in their offense is that when him and Embiid both were trying to
what does
post up.
Trae Young have to do with this conversation? What the fuck, Chad?
He's a better playmaker than Haliburton, so he's kind of.
I mean, no
involved
one-
in better
and-
playmaking.
I'm
That's
telling
fine.
you, we're
I don't
heavily
think- I
undervaluing
never say anything about
Tyrese
Trae Young.
Haliburton. And
Yeah,
a
but
lot.
when we're talking about best playmaker in the league, Trae Young is going to be part of the conversation because we're talking about the best playmakers in the league. And I'm assuming Jokic just gets submitted because he's a big. We just let that one slide. We're talking
Yeah,
about
I
best
don't know
point
why
guard.
somebody's saying that Luke is the
No,
best
y'all said
passer in
they
the
said
league.
point
I
guard.
would
They
give
said
it
they
to
were
Jokic.
talking about point guard.
Yes,
He
sir.
said the point guard. And so
Yeah, that's
my
right.
whole
We
point
will
was-
leave out Jokic and guys
Yeah,
like that.
so but
We're
my
talking about point guards,
whole
that's
point to
fair.
y'all was this. I disagree with what you said when you said that he just come down and just throw it past it in the half court and then cut through as far as Ben Simmons. I think Ben Simmons does a lot more than that. I think Ben Simmons gets penetration going to the basket in the half court offense. I think him being able to get penetration and guys biting down allows him to kick out the shooters and kick out the other guys. So I think he does get guys open in other ways. He
Right.
just can't free up his own shots because he doesn't look to shoot the ball and be aggressive offensively on the perimeter. But as
That's
far
where the
as opening up-
separation comes, Ticket. That's right where what you just said, him being able to free himself
But does
up
that make you,
on the
hold on,
perimeter.
hold on,
That's
chill,
where the
hold on.
separation.
But chill, hold on. But here's where I'm gonna get you. Does that make you better, or does that make you because you praise Magic Johnson? What was
Right.
Magic Johnson doing in the half court?
Well, the difference with Magic is Magic could actually knock down a mid-range shot. Magic did knock down the three, even though the three wasn't as prevalent as it is today. He could knock down a 17-footer. He could knock down an 18-footer. He could stop and pop, and he could score. I was getting to that. I'm sorry, No, you good. He could score in a multitude of ways. When you can score in a multitude of ways, Ticket, you open up the offense for everybody else so much. There's a difference between being a ball hawk who just scores. There's a
But he
difference
only
between a guy.
but he only took like one mid-range shot a game. You guys are we're judging
That's
it off
not
that.
true. That's not true. Magic shot
you
more
mean
from
that's
the
not
mid-range.
true?
No, that's not true, Ticket.
Magic
He
Johnson
did not.
only took one. A
No,
majority of
he
Magic
did not.
Johnson, hold on. A
Okay,
majority
so
of Magic Johnson's points-
let's just
a
let's
majority
just say
of
that
Magic's
that's true.
points came in transition
Oh
going
my
to the
God,
basket.
Chad, you're
The
disgusting.
game actually slowed down, and when the game slowed down, Magic was able to go into the post. Magic was able to knock down
Mark,
mid-range
can you
shots.
look that up, Mark?
He
They don't
didn't.
have stats for it before.
He didn't.
1998.
This is what we talking about. This is what we talking about, Ticket. When you was around, so we had to watch the game. He didn't just shoot one shot from the mid range. No, Magic knew he had to create space, and why? Because we got a big man on the box.
Chill.
And I got to work with this big man.
How many shots you think Magic was pulling up from the mid range in the game per game?
It was more than one. 100% it was more than one. And that one,
most of his offense came in transition. Came from him getting to the rack. Came from him scoring by them pushing the ball. It didn't come from him in the half court shooting Jay. He was more so setting other guys up because when they got in the half court, what was he doing? Pass directly in to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, the greatest scorer in NBA history. So it wasn't him getting set up to shoot a lot of jump shots. Matter of fact, he shot minimal jump shots in that area. The guy who was shooting more jump shots was the two guard at the time. Forget his name.
Byron Scott, Michael Cooper, right?
And Michael Cooper. Those are the guys shooting shots.
Right. So, but with that being said, Ticket, Magic was shooting shots. That's the difference between Ben Simmons and Haliburton. The fact that Ben Simmons doesn't shoot the basketball at all out there. So that's an aspect of the game that he doesn't open up for his crew. How much better would that offense be?
But Pete, what I'm saying to you, I'm saying, does that make it that Tyrese Haliburton is still a better playmaker?
Yeah, Ticket. The reason why, yes.
Listen. Pete, what I'm saying. Because if that's the case, then dudes like Mars and them can say Luka's a better playmaker than Magic Johnson. Because Luka looks for his offense more, and he's more efficient offensively in the half court than Irvin Magic Johnson. They'll say they'll use that argument that you use against Ben Simmons with Magic. They'll use that against Magic with guys like Luka Doncic.
Well, the reason why those two things are separate is because the reason why those two things are separate, Ticket, is because again, Luka will shoot in the mid range. Magic will shoot in the mid range. Ben Simmons doesn't. The fact that Tyrese Haliburton shoots the long ball, the fact that Tyrese Haliburton stops and pops in the mid-range, whether it's in transition or in the half court, the offense opens up more.
And gets to the rim too. If you was watching last night, he was getting to the rim too.
Even if getting to the rim isn't the issue. The issue is when I'm shooting from outside, if I'm shooting, let's say in the mid-range, at the 15-foot line, at the 18-foot line, now you got to honor that. The lane opens up even more. Whether my big guy is down there or nobody is down there, the lane opens up even more because you got to honor that. When Ben Simmons is not shooting at all, I don't have to honor that. I'm watching LeBron James. I'm watching defenders cover Ben Simmons when he's coming down, and they're standing in the lane. That's an aspect of his game that hasn't improved, and that's hampered their offense, whatever crew he's on, because he won't shoot the basketball on the perimeter.
Man, like I said, I don't agree with what y'all said. But it is what it is, man. It is what it is, man.
Ticket, I'm telling you, you just gotta tap in, bro. You gotta watch Tyrese.
Y'all give way too much credit to dude.
I could watch every Indiana Pacers game and he wouldn't be a better playmaker.
I watched the Pacers. I watched the game last night.
When it comes to playmaking, I'll give it to you just because the way Luka scores, and obviously scoring is.
So you got to give it to Trae Young too. You got to give it to
playmaking. I'll give you that. When it comes to just being a pure passer and a point guard, Tyrese clears.
You got to give it to Shea too. Look how
you don't have to give it to Shea. You don't have to.
Lose to me a little bit with Shea.
Shea's running the OKC Thunder.
You don't have to give it to Shea. You saying that didn't change what I said. You don't have to. Why do you have to give it to Shea? Because he's able to score a lot.
He's running the Thunder.
Okay, he's a phenomenal scorer. What else are you talking about here?
No. I ain't saying. No. See, now you trying to be funny, nigga.
I'm not trying to be funny. Literally, the conversation we've been having about Shea the entirety of this summer going into this season. And Mars, correct me if I'm wrong, because
Shea hasn't been
really
great on the point.
All right, gang, you've been talking for 30 minutes. Can I just get my point off? Cool. Mars, has the conversation not been when it came to Shea? Is he even a point guard because Giddey is the primary playmaker on that team?
Nigga, I'm a big dog. I'm supposed to get
no, you're a chihuahua. Everybody's sitting here saying, oh man, he's a combo guard.
Compared to you,
He's a combo guard, this, that, and the third. I don't understand how we're sitting here talking about, Shea's definitely as a playmaker. We're talking about as playmakers. I don't think you can just throw Shea in that conversation. It's just clear Reese. I think Reese is a better playmaker than Shea. Now, do I think Shea is better than Reese as a basketball player? Yes, I agree with you when you brought him up. When you said Shea's better, I agreed. I do think Shea's a better basketball player. I don't think he's a better playmaker.
He's better on the point this year than him in my opinion.
No, he is not.
What he's doing with OKC is damn near great. What he's doing with OKC so far.
So what about what Tyrese is doing with Indiana?
No,
Ticket, you can't name me 5 players on Indiana right now. Name me 5 players. Ticket, name me 5 players on the Indiana Pacers.
What Shea's not doing is greater?
Shea has a better team.
Because he's making those guys better. He making
Ticket,
Dort
do you
better.
know, Ticket, what's not? I don't see, bro. You just want to hate on Tyrese. What's not great about 11.6 assists? What's not great about that?
Tyrese got one of the better
12.
defensive big men in the
Basically
league.
12.
He got one of the better defensive big men in the league, so that's cap.
So does Shea.
He also got one of the best role players in the league. And
So does Shea.
That won a championship. Hold on, I'm not finished yet. I'm still cooking. Then he also got one of the best 3-point shooters. He got one of the best 3-point shooters in the league, and the nigga with the big teeth, Buddy Hield.
So does Shea.
He got some of the best of everything in the league on his team.
Hell, if we go by percentages, Chet shooting, and again, Chet shooting 50% from everything you're saying for Reese, you can say the same thing for Shea. I don't get it.
Who's setting up Chet, Damo?
Who's setting up Buddy?
But nigga, who's it?
Exactly.
Damo, all Buddy got to do is shoot threes, Damo. All he got to do is shoot threes. He did that his whole career. That ain't stopped in Sacramento. That ain't stopped in Indiana. You act like
Tyrese was in Sacramento.
Huh?
Tyrese played in Sacramento too.
No, I'm saying, but it didn't stop. I'm talking about Big T, Buddy Hield. His whole career have been doing the same thing. It didn't matter what point guard he was playing with. He done the same thing. So what Tyrese is doing with him doesn't impress me because Big T will do that anywhere in the NBA. I'm saying what I'm watching Shea do as a point guard right now, to me, is better, more impressive than what I'm seeing from your boy Tyrese Haliburton.
See, and that's the thing. That's the thing. Y'all see players put the ball in the hole, and y'all just be impressed. And y'all be impressed. Ticket, when's the last time you seen somebody average 11.6 assists? And then when's the last time you seen somebody? I can't say score as efficiently as Tyrese, but give you this level of passing with efficient scoring like this. Because we haven't talked about how efficient he is.
Assists don't mean everything.
He's damn near 50-40-90.
He is 50-40-90.
He is 50-40.
I'm honestly, I think on his career, I meant for his career.
Oh, he got
His career,
47,
he's
40,
50-40-90 on his career. Yeah, he's 38, 40, and 86.
He shoots 40% from the three. He hasn't had a season where he hasn't shot 40% from the three.
The assists don't mean nothing because when Russ was getting all those assists, Damo ass was in here hating on Russ every single time. So it don't matter.
Turnovers.
Russ did double up on the turnovers.
That's my point. The assists don't matter.
Literally, all these people you're talking about is getting high assists. They're getting crazy amount of turnovers. That's the difference. I don't care if Russ is giving you 11 assists. He's giving you 7, 6, 5 turnovers. We just sat here and talked about how K needs to calm down his turnovers. He's giving you 5. Russ will average that. Why he's trying to be an MVP? And I'm supposed to praise it? He's giving you 5 or 6 turnovers. That's an issue.
More than Tyrese Haliburton.
All right, buddy. Sure.
Tyrese, he took his own team. He took his team to the playoffs. He won an MVP. Tyrese Haliburton will never win an MVP. That's one. He will never win an MVP.
Every time you start talking about Wemby, I'm going to just say, it don't matter if he's not doing it in the playoffs. I'm going to just say, wait till Wemby in the playoffs for it to be real.
He will never do anything the level of what Russell Westbrook did his entire career. He won't. He will be a 2 or 3-time All-Star.
A lot of players. Ish Smith was never the player Westbrook was. I want Ish Smith 12 times out of 12 over Westbrook. I'm sorry. I don't care.
Okay, cool. He'll be a 2-time All-Star, and he'll be
Ish Smith.
Yeah, okay. That's what he'll be. You put that in your pipes and smoke it, nigga.
I want Tony Roten. Give me Tony Roten over Westbrook, man. I don't care.
Shout out to him. Hey, shout out to Garfield legend. Shout out Ron.
Damo's the only dude. He the only dude that'll devalue a nigga averaging 10 assists like Russ did when he led the league.
You're literally doing it with Reese, so I'm not the only dude.
No,
so stop lying.
No, but that's what I'm saying. But when I said to you, but when I said to you, it wasn't about assists, which is why I said Shea was a better playmaker in my opinion.
It wasn't about assists as you bring up assists with Westbrook. I'm not trying to hear what you got to say.
No, I brought up assists because you said that about Tyrese.
I promise you, you're contradicting yourself.
Yeah, you said it about Tyrese.
I'm not about to sit here and yell at you for no reason. I'm not doing this with you. We can move on. Super chats, next topic.
You want to
talk
move
about
on.
anything else. I do want to move on because you're cooking yourself. You're wasting time.
Period, nigga. Yeah, stand on it.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna ask for super chats. Hey, super chats we'll get. Daniel Mason sent through a super chat and said, "Chill. Where's Ant at on the MVP rankings?"
Pretty high as of today. I think he's pretty high. I mean, Joker, Luka, Tatum, Anthony Edwards. He's definitely up there with and Embiid too. Definitely.
Is he over? He ain't over Embiid.
No, not yet. But he's right there though.
Nah,
I
would still put one other guy over him.
Who?
Tyrese?
No. Nigga, get out of here, nigga. You got a better chance of getting pregnant than me putting that nigga up there. I would put Shea over him.
Shea Gilgeous-Alexander.
Shea's 28, 7 and 6 right now, and a half.
And I think I think Anthony Edwards is what 28. I think he's 28. 6 and 4.
I'm about to pull it to you right
we
now.
can just ignore the guy that's 50, 40, 90.
I'm gonna say,
6 and 13.
So Luka genuinely, he's the top of the ladder, right? In terms of MVP.
Yeah.
No.
Not Luka. No. Jokic.
Who's at the top? Jokic. Okay, yeah. Okay.
Mark, can you say that again?
We just ignoring the guy that's 50, 40, 90 in the top 4 seed in this conference.
And Haliburton.
And that applied for more than one person. I'm just saying, we just ignore it.
No, we're not. Hold on. How are we ignoring that when we got Luka over him? That's not a crime. Having Embiid over him, they're 7 and 1. That's not a crime. Also having Chilltown just said over him, Tatum over him. That's not a crime. Also, you talking about a guy like so that's Luka. Then Luka. That's not a crime. Luka's out here putting up hellified numbers. That's not a crime. So all 4 of those guys right there over him, and you can still keep going a little bit if you wanted to.
Keep going.
I just did. I just told you.
You said you could keep going if you wanted to. I'm saying keep going.
Okay, cool.
We don't want to.
So then, if you really want to get down like that, we can go.
Maybe Curry.
I'm not going to say that.
Oh man, the ticket, you are golden.
Maybe Curry.
I'm being serious.
But I'm keep going, ticket.
Jokic,
Luka.
Tatum. Jokic, Embiid, Tatum, Luka. That's 4. Also, you can put Shea. That's 5. Also, you can go with all these dudes over Ant-Man. You can go with
He's definitely top 10.
You are 100%. Struggling to come up with the rest of these names.
No, I'm not struggling. I'm about to think of his name right now. You can go with
He's definitely top 10, 100%.
I ain't saying he ain't top 10, chill. I agree with that.
Yeah.
He might be. You know what? He top 5. I ain't gonna trip. He top 5. He number 5. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie about that shit. He number 5.
Accountability.
I'm not gonna lie. He number 5. I ain't gonna lie. Because when I think about it, I can't legitimately put Dame over him because Dame have had bad games, even though he's had a couple game winners in the games they won or big game clutch moments early in the season. But I can't put him over Dame. So, yeah, he's number 5 until further notice. Haliburton's top 10 though. I give y'all this. He's in the top 10. I ain't gonna lie about that. If it was stopping today based off the way Haliburton is playing, you could put him in the top 10. You can make an argument for that because guys like Ja Morant, those guys ain't playing. If Ja was playing, he definitely would be in the top 10. It's the facts. I'm just saying. So Giannis will be in the top 10. I would have Giannis over him. You know, especially with the 54 last night, Giannis is giving you, even though they lost that game and that was a bad game, you would have Giannis. You would also have Giannis is 28, 9, and 3 this year, 3.5. So you would also have I don't know. I would say Curry. I ain't gonna disrespect Curry because they are like what 6 and 3. Yeah, I would say Curry. I fell off Curry a little bit because they lost to Jokic and them without Murray, but I know they didn't have Draymond, but still, you got to get that game.
And since you did, and I just saw it too, Mars. I was just doing my homework. I mean, you did talk about Steph Curry being 50, 40, 90. I mean, Ant is 50, 40, 80 on the best defensive team in the league, and he plays on both sides of the basketball. They're a top 3 seed in the West. I like to think that matters.
Does man? I'm not arguing against it. It took 8 names to get to Steph Curry. It's interesting. That was my fault. That was definitely my fault. I don't know if Steph Curry is that low on the MVP scale. No.
Is it going to be a crazy close race this year? You guys think it's going to be a lot of horses in the race?
I think if the season ended today, Joker wins it going away, and it ain't close.
Yeah, that's true.
It's gonna be like a 3-horse race. Jokic, Luka, and Tatum.
Yeah.
Chill, I had to admit
He can't win it just based on the playoffs last year. So no matter how good he plays, he's not going to be in the race, in my opinion.
Chill, based off some information I got, I have to say something to you right now. I have to give you a little bit of leeway. I do think you were right about a little bit about I knew this was going to happen too, but I didn't think about this. the Boston Celtics was right to get off Robert Williams. He's out for the season now.
Done.
So if that would have happened again for them, that would have torn them apart because they wouldn't have been able to get a trade for him after he's out. So I do think that getting rid of him, kind of helped them going forward. It didn't put them in a jam. But yeah, man.
Let me answer this super chat really quick. Go back, Ron. So just so you know, Mr. GQ. So we clear for the way that Steph Curry plays, which is the part that I left out, and I should have added that part. For the way that Steph Curry plays, he does get to the line. Steph Curry, in the last 6 years, 60% of his shots are at the long ball line. 60 of them. So we clear. And according to NBA numbers, guys get fouled at the long ball line. 1%. So Steph Curry shooting six free throws a game. That's almost 5 times more on average for guys who play like that. Now, he doesn't get downhill like Damian Lillard. He doesn't get downhill like James Harden. He doesn't get downhill like De'Aaron Fox. He doesn't get downhill like these guys. He plays at the long ball line. So if he went to the basket more, then I think that he would get to the line more.
Agreed.
Whether you guys like it or not, I don't.
Chill. What's the argument? Are they saying that he needs to get to the line more? Are they saying he shoots too many free throws?
For the way Steph Curry plays, he lives at the free throw line. Maybe they don't like the fact that I said lives at the free throw line.
What's wrong with that though?
Apparently what I say is all cap. And to be quite honest with you, I don't care. I don't care.
I don't like how guys get degraded for getting to the free throw line. Like that's.
Says the James Harden here. Okay.
For sure. But here's the thing though. Here's the thing. I even personally, I can hate on James all I want. Getting to the free throw line, that's the most efficient shot in basketball, other than a wide open layup.
But it depends on how you getting that, Ron. He manipulates the thing people don't like about James. He manipulates the refs on how he gets to the line. He's very manipulative with how he draws fouls. Some guys really getting there and getting fouled. James is doing kind of stuff like that, manipulate the refs. And manipulate calls and stuff like that. And I don't like that. I didn't like that part about his game. Like if you guys heard the Tim Donaghy interview the other day on DJ Black, Tim Donaghy was like, the league told him to call fouls that they saw on Kobe Bryant. That's different if you're calling a foul that you actually saw that's actually a foul versus guys who manipulating the refs to get calls like what James Harden was doing. I don't see Steph Curry manipulating referees to get calls. I see Steph really getting to the basket, getting hit.
And that goes to my point. Dudes like Steph, Kobe, KD, because he mentioned KD in a super chat, Bron, these dudes are getting fouled because defenders can't guard them.
And they play downhill.
Yeah. The reason why you're getting fouled is because I can't guard you.
Right.
Or I'm trying to contest something that you're doing and I'm overexerting myself. So that's to me, that's a good thing. It actually shows how good these players are. Yeah. James Harden, an anomaly, he was on a whole different agenda. But these other guys, like they're getting fouled because defenders literally can't do nothing with them. That just shows how dominant some of these Giannis. It shows how dominant some of these guys are. Keeping it lit though. Got a super chat from Ladarius Munford. He said Chilltown might have the best analogies for real. Laughing my ass off. The Green Maurice.
That's a fact.
The Green Maurice Sports said these hot takes. He said there's hot takes, then there's straight nonsense.
Like what?
I think that might be my Reese's better playmaker than Luka thing. I don't know.
There's been a lot of nonsense.
Oh, this has been a nonsensical episode today. This is crazy.
Yeah, in your mind.
And out of your mouth. Crazy.
Nah, when I'm cooking your ass, you'll say that.
You cook ham sandwiches, gang. All right, next super chat. Next super chat.
Whatever you want, dog. The real know what's up, boy. The real know what's up, Damo.
Hey, man, you better be lucky. Hey, you better be lucky. Dub put me and you on the same team because I smoke your ass too, but I can't be on the same team.
Nigga, don't matter, nigga.
Hey, we on the same team, so I gotta support you.
Don't matter to me, nigga. We can get however you want to get it, Damo.
I need you to win. We on the same team.
It don't matter. However you want to get it, Damo, we can get it.
I need you to win. We on the same team, but be lucky. Be lucky.
I run two smoke.
Understand you lucky.
Believe that. And Bob ain't no smoke. That nigga just look like Smokey. Period, nigga.
Winterson do a super chat and say, "Can we talk about the games that happened last night?"
We did.
We talked about
Yeah,
one.
we
We
did.
didn't.
Yeah, we still got one more to talk
Yeah,
about.
we didn't really talk about the
Orlando.
Hawks in in Orlando game. How do we feel about the Magic and the Hawks?
I'll be lying, Mars, if I said it out. I can't watch Atlanta. I'm trying, B. I can't. I'm sorry. I have a difficult time watching it. I just do. And the reason why, Damo, is because they're a mid team and they trying to sell, you're a mid chick and you're trying to sell me that you a dime piece and you not. And I can't get on board with these dudes. I can't. You a 6 trying to dress yourself up to be a 9 or 10, but I know that you sweatpants with sweatpants and your hair pulled back, you a 4.
Chill.
I know that for a fact.
I agree with you, Chill. I hate watching them the most out of any team in the league. The only time I like watching the Hawks is in the playoffs when they playing a good team.
I know that it's part of the gig. I know, Adamo, I know it's part of the gig, and I know I need to watch. And I try, just like Mars did last year with Detroit, and it was like scarfing down bad food, having to sit in front of the TV and watch Detroit and San Antonio. I know I got to start watching more Atlanta Hawk basketball. It's just hard watching them do it. It is.
Can I ask to the people that are watching, the people that are watching these Atlanta games enough? I've caught a couple. I'm not gonna sit here and say I've watched all of them. I've caught what I've been able to catch. I've missed some games. But in terms of my guy Jalen Johnson, can anybody tell me the difference between him and John Collins?
Jalen Johnson better.
Is he?
What makes
kind
it
of just
better?
as simple as that? It really is.
He better in transition. I mean, the John Collins we seen last year, he a better shooter than that John Collins.
Definitely a better athlete. Definitely.
He definitely better on defense, just in terms of rotations, puts his body on the line, takes charges and all those things. I think just what he does, like John Collins from like 3 years ago, I'll give you. But like this Jalen Johnson, like now, like he can also like pass like off Trae Young, getting double teams. He can make the extra passes, those type of things. He's just a better player in my opinion. Like he's just a much better player. He's like I don't want to call him like a point forward, but
no,
like
it's some eerily similar.
He reminds me a little bit of like I don't want to say Jeremy Sohan, but like he has that type of passing ability. From
Damo, he can run point guard.
He's not a point guard.
I'm about to say
as a forward, he's a very good
It's
passer.
crazy.
Yeah, he's not a point guard, but he has very good passing ability. So
on the pop system, he might be a point
if
guard.
the Hawks start putting him at point guard, we'll be like, what the hell is he doing there? But he can pass as a forward, like connective passing, extra passing, those type of things. But just not the.
I don't know. When when I do watch him play, I do see these things, but mostly when I'm watching the highlights and everything of the games, whenever I miss a game, watching highlights of whatever I miss. Watching him, and maybe not John Collins of last year, because John Collins trying to prove that he is a basketball player, dog water of a player. Hey, but
go ahead.
I was gonna say younger John Collins. I don't know, man. It just and again, this just can be from the highlights. It just seems like tremendous athlete, fills the lane, runs in transition, and running dunk man. And I'm like,
ask you a question. What would he have turned out to be if he would have went to a different organization? Because this is the conversation we was having yesterday about your path and your career path. Like, do you think he got wrecked? No, I'm talking about John Collins. John Collins. Do you think he got wrecked because he went to Atlanta, or do you think he'd have been better off in a different situation away from a guy like Trae Young?
Oh no, I don't think he got wrecked going to Atlanta. I don't think Atlanta wrecked him. I think pause. But I think if anything, no matter where he went, as long as he was able to get time on the court, he would have been the same player. I don't see too many situations where he goes and is just astronomically better than what he is now or what he was 2-3 years ago before he just started trying to be everything. But
coming in the league,
maybe there's a situation where he goes to a team and develops a little bit differently. Like he comes in under somebody else and comes a little bit differently and develops a little. Maybe that is a situation, but in terms of who John Collins is, I don't think. You don't think he's better as long as he's on the court, he can win.
You don't think he'd be better in the Denver role like that Aaron Gordon is in right now?
I don't think he's the defender Aaron Gordon is, so no. I think he gets exposed. On the offensive side, yeah, and he will try to replicate. They will try to have him replicate what Aaron Gordon's doing, but Aaron Gordon's importance is on the defense side of the basketball, which John Collins, I don't give a damn where he goes. He'll never be the defender Aaron Gordon is. So
if he's coming in the league, when he's coming in the league, is he better than Kevin Knox?
Yes.
Yeah,
Celtics is
Who?
but
John Collins or
hold on.
In
But
terms
let's
of
talk about
hype
that.
or an ability, because
He was-
Just a bit. I'm talking about his
He was-
game. That's what I'm talking about, Damo. I ain't talking about
Kevin,
hype.
Kevin, no.
Damo, but peep this, Damo. He was ruined by the Knicks, in my opinion.
That's what I'm thinking about.
And
That's why I was
also,
going with
hold
that.
on,
I'm thinking
Damo.
if Collins end up with the Knicks,
And
like
your
what
boy
does he
was
look
ruined
like?
with the Knicks. Your boy that's over there with Indiana right now was ruined with the Knicks, in my opinion. Obi Toppin.
Obi
I
Toppin.
think if Obi Toppin would have went to a different franchise, he would have been. I thought he. I don't want to say this because they're gonna clown me, but I thought that Obi Toppin could have been molded in the shape of Amari Stoudemire. If he went to a different franchise, like if he went to a franchise that played like Mike D'Antoni style, how they played and stuff like that, I thought he would have been like, if he had a coach like Mike D'Antoni, Obi Toppin be a 2010 guy in the NBA.
Ticket. But what you're saying though is, I think what was the case for John Collins? I think Trae made John Collins who he was. Trae made John Collins a 2010 guy.
He was an 18 game guy.
Yeah,
he was.
I think if he goes somewhere else, I don't think John Collins. I don't think we're even talking about John Collins in this type of light. I don't think he makes he made an All-Star team, right?
Collins.
Who?
He didn't.
No.
He didn't make All-Star team. Okay, but we're not talking about him in any type of capacity like this. I think John Collins is a backup big, or he might start, but we don't really acknowledge him like that. Kind of similar to a Obi. Whereas he goes and plays with Trae Young, one of the best, how we just were talking about it, playmakers / distributors in the league. He runs the pick and roll with him. He becomes a Trae Young lob merchant, a Trae Young pick and pop merchant, things of that nature, which I'm not knocking him, because you still have to be good to do something like that. Not every player can do that. But I think Trae Young was vital in making him who he was.
Ticket, what do you see in Obi Toppin if you take Amari Stoudemire off that Phoenix team with D'Antoni that Obi Toppin can do? Obi Toppin can do that.
I think Obi Toppin has good touch on his jump shot. He shows he can hit threes. He can shoot the ball from range. I like that. I think that if you had a coach that was more aggressive with him and had more confidence in him coming out of college, I thought Obi Toppin would have been a completely different player. I think the New York Knicks wrecked him, and they had guys in front of him, and they wasn't really focused on him, and that kind of destroyed him from the start. Obi Toppin, extremely athletic, one of those guys who remind me of a mold of an Amari Stoudemire, and I thought that he was gonna be able to bring that type of action back to the NBA. Now I do like what I've seen Indiana do with him. You know what I'm saying? They haven't completely just thrown him away. They've used him in way better ways than I think the Knicks have. But I think guys like that, and then guys like Kevin Knox, I just think Kevin Knox was completely destroyed by the New York Knicks. Some people can say, and I don't know how Damo feel about this, some people can say Cam Reddish may have been ruined when he came in the league based off how he came in the league. Some people would have said, hey, man, if he was in a different situation, maybe he pans out differently. Maybe he ain't shooting all these goddamn bricks and looking the way he's looking now. His confidence ain't shot like it was going through the situations he went through. Maybe he goes somewhere else and his confidence goes through the roof, and he's a different type of basketball player. So that's what I thought about, Obi Toppin. I really thought he was going to be the next Amari. I thought he was going to be close to what Amari Stoudemire was. He got the ability, Chill. He got the ability, no doubt.
Back to last night's game, though. Obviously, it was in Mexico City. It went down to the wire. Trae Young made a phenomenal pass to DeJounte Murray. DeJounte hit a corner three that put them up. The Magic come down on the other end with the game on the line. Paolo misses an open three. Well, it was kind of contested, but Paolo misses a three with the time winding down. How are we feeling about this game, though? How are we feeling about the Magic?
Jalen Suggs' offensive growth is what's been moving me watching the Orlando Magic. It's not something I foresaw, whatever the word is. He's still not great offensively, but the fact that he has the ability to be a solid playmaker and then do the little things that this Orlando offense needs. Now, would I like him to be a more consistent shooter? Yes. But I do think his growth needs to be mentioned. But Paolo's 3-point shot is, I'm not gonna say a cause for concern because he's like 6'10", big body.
Antoine Walker, just a better athlete.
Yeah,
that's
but
he is, Mars.
I think for him to take the next jump, because he's a very good passer already, can still score, very physical at the rim. But if he wants to take that next jump, in my opinion, I think the 3-point shot is where it is. Just from him being able to knock that down with more regularity will really get him to that all-star level, in my opinion. And I think Anthony Black needs to play more. I think Anthony Black is a very, very good point guard already. I think he needs to play more. That's my biggest takeaways from Orlando. And Trae Young is still a shot tracker.
What a 100% he is. With a young team, when the expectations rise, could it be a bit much for these guys? Because Paolo, when he first comes into the league, there's really not much that people are expecting from him. Even though he was the number 1 overall pick, there really wasn't much. It wasn't like Wemby or James or anybody like that. So he wasn't really that high on people's radar. He's one of the more underrated number 1 overall picks that I've seen in a long time. But then the next year, so now you got this talent on the crew that they expect more from them. Is it possible that with this crew that's getting to him in particular, that all right, I got to perform more because his numbers have gone down this season. And it looks like the effect of them getting better, and now there's more pressure on them to get better. Him in particular, it looks like it's affecting him. Like he's not shooting the same shots. He doesn't play as open this season as he did last year. I see him stiffer, and when I say stiffer, I mean he doesn't play as wide open and as loose as he did last year, where he's making plays, getting to the rim. It looks like he's working on things as he's going, as opposed to being more confident.
It looks like to me, at least from what I'm saying for Paulo this year, and I haven't caught every Magic game, and I'm not trying to make it seem like even though I'm praising the Magic and I'm praising these young guys, I don't want to make it seem like I'm just the Magic diehard. I could be wrong. But from what I'm seeing from Paulo this year, it looks like he is trying to show more to his game. Yeah. And I'm okay with that. It's just being so young into your career, I don't think it's a necessity to have to show all these things as much as he is now with this team trying to win. With the guy that Paolo is, there's no reason you should be that size and only rebound the way that he's rebounding. I thought he should be a way better rebounder, personally. The way he's rebounding the basketball this season, and honestly, last year, he should be a better rebounder, in my opinion. He should bang a lot more in the paint with the size that he has. He came into the game with a grown man body and bigger than most rookies. He came in his rookie year bigger than most pros. There's no reason why he shouldn't be banging a little more than what he is. I get it. You have skill, and some of the shots he's hitting, I'm like, man, I didn't know that was in your bag as quick as it is. But you're settling. It's like, I don't want to compare him to LeBron, but how LeBron was in the playoffs last year when I'm watching LeBron. Like, all right, bro, like you're LeBron freaking James. Put your head down, get to the rim. You're bigger than these guys. I be having that feeling when I'm watching Paolo play, and I'm not mad at him for trying to show the bag and show the game and play within the offense, and it's a lot more pieces trying to be productive and play. The reason his numbers are down is because everybody else is playing so well. You got guys like Jalen Suggs playing, at least from what I'm seeing, he's playing better than he was last year. You see having guys like Markel, who's there consistently at the beginning of the season. He's genuine. All right, whatever, Tay. You have guys like Markel. You have guys like Franz. You have all these guys coming off the bench being productive. Joe Ingles, Anthony Black, Cole Anthony, who I think is a six-man of the year guy any given night. You have all these guys producing. So, yeah, he's not going to – he might not be the guy that's going to be averaging 20-plus, 23, 24 because he's playing with an offense of a lot of productive players. So the numbers are going to be down. But how are you getting your numbers? If he's sitting there playing within himself, playing his game and the style of basketball that he plays, and he's getting you 17 and 10, 17 and 8, cool. But if you're playing like this new version of Paulo doing that, I'm not saying I don't like it. I get it. I just think it's too early for you to be trying to show everything, but that could just be me.
And to your point, Mars, I think this kid, Anthony Black, he's going to make Cole Anthony expendable in a trade because they're going to try to move up to possibly get some more talent, maybe even another bigger guy. Because Wendell Carter, he's been out of the lineup for quite a while now, and I mean they definitely need some rebounding. And to Damo's point, like 6 rebounds is not enough for a guy that's 6'10", 250. Get on the backboard, big fella. Get on the backboard and rebound. When he first came in, I made the assessment that he looks to me like Antoine Walker, except a better athlete. One thing Antoine Walker did was Antoine Walker got on the backboard. And this kid can definitely rebound with the best of them if he wants to. As the athlete that he is, the problem that I think he's looking at, the problem that I'm looking at with him is he shoots a lot from the perimeter, and that kind of hampers his game. Plus, on defense, I find him like as a roamer, like we talk a lot about guys up here roaming. I find him as a roamer out of space a lot of times where he can rebound. He looks like he just wants to go all the time instead of sticking his nose in there on the defensive side of the basketball and rebounding. He could definitely be a better rebounder than what he is right now, 100%.
Chill, I want to throw something in here while y'all saying this, Ron, and I say this is very important. JB Bickerstaff, y'all got to get it together, bro.
Hell yeah.
They're gonna
Hell yes.
They're gonna fire you, bro.
I got Cleveland as a top 3 seed, Mars. These dudes
they're
is
going
garbage.
to fire you, bro. They're gonna fire you, man. They're gonna fire you after this season, bro. Chill town. I got a bad feeling that they don't get this together. He's gonna get fired midway through this season, bro.
Is it fair? Is it fair to fire coaches dealing with injuries?
Hold on. Here's the
Hold
thing.
on. But I'm saying, let me finish my question.
I
Though.
know,
I mean,
Bob, I'm
they
deal.
You
asked a great
real
question.
quick, bro. So when you're dealing with injuries like that, though, especially starting off in the season, is it fair to fire the coach, or are you just doing that? Are you just doing that for public perception? Because if you're a coach and you don't have all your talent and you're losing games, is that really?
Let me ask you a
coach?
question, though. Okay, but let me ask you a question, Bob. When you look at that, that's a great question you asked. When you looked at the Cavs last year, did you think that he got outcoached by Tibbs thoroughly in that series?
I do.
Do I think got outcoached? I think his team got out.
No, I'm asking you, bro. I'm just asking you.
I'm answering your question. I'm answering your question. I think they just got out physical. I think they just met a team that was stronger and tougher than them.
Let me ask you this question. Since Damo and all these guys have been all over the Pacers and stuff, and they're coming up, and I've told you how good I think Rick Carlisle is. Do you think that JB Bickerstaff can get in the series and outcoach Tibbs, outcoach old boy from Philly, outcoach old boy from Indiana, outcoach old boy from Atlanta? Do you think he can?
Yeah, I don't think any of the guys that you named, except for maybe Coach Tibbs, I don't think any of the guys you named are like extremely like. I don't want to disrespect them or discredit their basketball IQ or X's and O's abilities. I don't think any of them are any like tactical geniuses to where JD coach. I don't think Coach Bickerstaff has much of an issue as long as he has all of his talent.
I disagree.
And I don't think Indiana. I don't want to disrespect Coach Carlisle either, but I don't think his team
they both won
has the talent to. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about today. I don't think that Indiana has the talent to where. I think Cleveland is more talented than Indiana. So I don't think Coach Carlisle has enough to like outcoach Coach Bickerstaff like that. I think Cleveland smacks Indiana in the 7-game series.
Watch this right here, Damo. Does Indiana have a chance in the 7-game series against Cleveland right now? In your opinion?
I mean, of course they have a chance, but I think Indiana.
No, I'm saying based off what you've seen, Damo, and as good as you say Haliburton and these guys are. In a 7-game series right now against Cleveland, with the coach you guys got coaching, and old boy, do you think he can outcoach? Do you think that they can beat the Cavs right now the way the Cavs have been looking from last year going into this year?
Yes.
Okay, so now with that being said, Bob, this is the reason that answers your question to the reason
why. Just because Damo said that, I'm supposed to change my mind or something?
No, I'm just saying. No, I'm giving you an example of why they would think about firing this coach. Because they would say, what is the limit we can go to with this coach? Like, for example, Bob, what is the limit you think that JB Bickerstaff can get with this Cavs team?
Eastern Conference Finals.
Right. So now my point is this. If he comes through this year and doesn't get near there or does the same or less as last year, would you then be on board with firing him?
Not if he doesn't have all of his talent. No, Ticket. I'm not on board.
Did he have all the talent last year?
That was okay, yeah, but that's one season, and I'm okay. I'm not okay with firing coaches because they don't make it as far as people think they should make it in one season. I'm not a fan of that. I think that's bad practices in basketball.
But he's been there for multiple seasons.
I understand that, but Donovan Mitchell hasn't. He hasn't had the same talent he's had since he got there. Evan Mobley was a rookie. Donovan Mitchell just got there. So no, just because they got beat by a team that was far more physical than them. You know what I'm saying? They were bullying their young guys. I don't think that's grounds for losing your job. I don't. I'm not a fan of that. I hate when GMs, I hate when owners do that. I think it's bad basketball. I think it's bad for the game. I think it's bad for the development of young players. I think it's one of the worst things. I think it's one of the worst things in the NBA is firing coaches after a season and a half or 2 seasons, especially when they've been dealing with injuries, especially when they got young guys that they're trying to develop. I think you got to let a guy rock for maybe 4 seasons.
Okay, so let me say this to you. So Mars, let me ask you this question, Mars. So what about Budenholzer, Mars? Do you think Budenholzer could do a better job with that Cavs team right now?
In the regular season, maybe. I don't know. I mean, if you look at the teams they've played, it's not like they've had like the easiest schedule of all time. They played the Warriors, they played the Thunder twice.
But
I think
they're supposed to be
they
good
played
though,
the
Mars. They're
Knicks.
supposed to be good now, Mars.
I was when we did the rankings. I had them at 17. I wasn't high on them coming into the season.
Damn.
I was.
Yeah, I had them low.
13.
Everyone, I'm not saying I think they might not be 17, but I wasn't as high on. Like Chill had them very high. They ended up averaging out to be about 6 or 7. I had them the lowest out of everyone.
I think I had them around 9.
Yeah, so I wasn't that high on them coming into this season.
And to the dude in the chat, Kelly, to your point about my old ass, can't see that they are doing what they're doing against teams over 500. Just so you know, both Darius Garland and Jared Allen have missed half the games that they've played so far. So I'd like to have this conversation.
That was my main point right there.
Yeah, I'd like to have this conversation, my old ass would like to have this conversation with you again when they're fully healthy. But they've missed, of the 8 games that they've played, both Darius Garland and Jared Allen have missed half of those games. And those games were against those plus 500 teams. So I'd like to have this conversation again.
Chill. Are they going to be patient?
Well, they have to be, Ticket, and the reason why they have to be is because if you look at the situation that they're in, they are improving. Like they were a play-in team. They went from a play-in team 2 years ago to being a first-round team with Donovan Mitchell to this year taking another step further. But they haven't had both Jared Allen and Darius Garland for half of those games. But if these dudes are in the lineup and we still having this conversation, then it might be something different. But as of right now,
that's my thing to you. Do you guys see the Cavs taking a step forward this year in the playoffs?
I do. Yes,
I do. Yes, I do, Ticket. I do. I don't see them getting roughed up like they did against the New York Knicks last year. I don't see that happening again. I don't.
But I don't. Chill.
No, I don't.
If they catch a
first round matchup, stop saying that. No, I don't pick and choose. No, I don't.
I want to say this to you. I don't, because I think Ron. Now, Pete, what I'm about to say right here, y'all, Bob and all y'all. I don't think so, because I think, first of all, if they get a first round matchup, they're going to go through hell. If they got to play Toronto, who's balling this year, we didn't get Toronto no credit. Shout out to the coach the new coach over Toronto.
I had them as the worst. I had them as one of the worst teams.
Toronto got some good ass wins on their resume right now. So they got Toronto. You have to either play Toronto, Orlando. Those are tough.
I think they beat both of them, Ticket.
Hell no, I don't see them beating Indiana, Orlando easy. I don't see that.
I ain't say easy, but I think they beat them.
Right. So
honestly, I think they beat Orlando a little easier than they beat Toronto, though.
Right. So hold on. So that's the first round. But then when you get to the second round, which is, I think they get smoked again, bro.
Could be. That's possible.
That's my point. That's my point. Like, I don't see them getting through Indiana.
The second, like you said, the second
firing a second round playoff coach is insane. That's insane.
Who has improved, by the way, and improved the next year. So they go from being a play-in team to being a first-round team to getting to the second round, and now you're going to can them.
It didn't ticket. What you're going to do if they fire Coach Bickerstaff?
No, they didn't ticket. They lost to the Knicks in the first round.
They lost in the first. If they fire Coach Bickerstaff, ticket, you're going to be advocating to give Doc Rivers that job.
No, I won't. I think if they fire, to be honest with you, I had a coach's name in mind that I thought would be a good coach for that team, but y'all would probably disagree with me. But I thought that a good coach for that team that they have over in Cleveland, I would hire Mike D'Antoni for that job.
Oh shit!
In Cleveland?
Yes, and the reason why is because he's going to push up the tempo and get the most offensively out of all those pieces they got on that team. And then those guys like Jared Allen, those guys that's going to pick and roll after they finish above the rim. Those guys are going to be moving and grooving. I would think that Mike D'Antoni will push that team offensively because I think they got defense on the team.
Ticket?
Look.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. You just lightweight sold me on Mike D'Antoni to the Cleveland. I can't believe this is happening because I'm on record saying I wouldn't let my son play for Mike D'Antoni if it was an 8th grade rec team.
Right, but imagine if Mike D'Antoni had his hands on Darius Garland. What's the two guys' name? Donovan Mitchell. Imagine if he had his hands on Karis LeVert coming off the bench. Imagine if he had his hands on all those guys like that. Jared Allen doing the things dirty work he do. Evan Mobley and those guys. Imagine if Mike D'Antoni had his hands on.
I'm really not mad at
Ron, that would be probably instantly, in my opinion.
But I don't want Coach Bickerstaff to lose his job though. But I do hear you though.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying.
Y'all know I really don't like Mike D'Antoni like that. But the only thing that will move me from Mike D'Antoni on the Cavs is they already got guys over there that could play defense. If they didn't, I'd be like, no. But the fact that they do got a couple defenders over there, I'm like, okay, turn up Darius Garland. Turn up Donovan Mitchell. Get Evan Mobley running the floor a little bit. Get him some better looks. Get him, some more tempo. With that, now I could kind of I could see where you're going at with it.
Do y'all like him,
Evan
Mars?
Mobley
Do y'all
at the
like him in
5
the
and
pick and roll,
trade
Mars?
Jarrett Allen. He's not about to
Mars,
run
do you
two
like
bigs who
Evan
can't
Mobley?
shoot.
Mars, do you like Evan Mobley in the pick and roll?
He's okay.
So I'm saying, would you like him? Do you think D'Antoni's offense could work over there with the Cavs?
Not with the two bigs they have. He'd get rid of Jarrett Allen.
Right. No, I'm saying, if you do that, do you think it could work then? Do you think it would work?
Well, then you just lose a lot of your defense. So then
No, because
you just end up having, a run and gun
but
team
you
that
gotta
everyone's
say
going to say,
Evan
oh, they
Mobley.
can't win.
But I'm saying, y'all say Evan Mobley is like an all-world defender somewhat.
Evan Mobley isn't about to carry Darius Garland, Donovan Mitchell, Karis LeVert, and Max Strus to a great defense.
Max Strus is a good defensive player.
To you?
Well, I mean, he showed it last year with the Heat.
To you, he showed that.
You don't think he's a good defensive player?
I think he's all right. I think he's average. I don't think he's a negative. I don't think he's good.
I'll be honest with you, man. I just think that if you put guys like Darius Garland, I think Darius Garland with Mike D'Antoni is crazy. I think that's like 27 points a game. And then Donovan Mitchell, they'll probably be the highest scoring duo in the NBA instantly under Mike D'Antoni. I think Evan Mobley, his production goes from, where's he at right now, Damo? Like 15, 14?
15 and like
he
12,
goes up to like 19
and like 12.
Yeah, he goes up to like 19 and 20 a
11.
game. Yeah, he goes up to like 19 or 20 a game. And then like you sprinkle those 3-point shooters around him. I think Max Strus is out of this world on that team now. I think you guys say Max Strus is a fake 3-point shooter. Shit, with Mike D'Antoni out there, he gonna get him up. So I think JB got to watch his back, man. He better get some wins this year, bro.
Yeah.
All right, y'all, keeping it lit on these super chats. Key sent through a super chat, and he said, I swear, every time Chill gets mad, Duncan projects come out.
Actually, it's Booker T, fam, not Duncan. Duncan on the other side of town. That's Duncan, Marion Projects. Where, by the way, I didn't go up to Duncan Projects unless my uncle worked in Duncan Projects. That's the only reason why I went up there, and Marion Projects. I don't go in them spots unless I know somebody. I'm not going over there.
What are you talking about, Jersey, Chill, or Florida?
Jersey.
Yeah, Jersey, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
I got peoples out there in Newark.
Mm-hmm.
Religion77 said, been watching for a year, had to join the community or comments, one of the two, because I'm tired of the BS being spewed to the people. Let me come in here, someone with knowledge and don't hate.
We love it. Yeah, come on in here, my man.
I love when people say that and then they turn around and find somebody to hate on. Y'all, everybody hates on somebody. I'm not trying to hear this. Everyone's unbiased crap. Somebody, you hate on somebody. There's a
not according to me. I'm the most biased person. I'm biased. Ain't nobody else biased up here. I'm the most biased person. The chat consistently pushes that propaganda. They not biased though. I'm the only one who's got a guy. I'm the only one who likes a specific guy or a couple of different guys. Them dudes, on the other hand, they don't. No, they just keep it real with everybody. Absolutely.
MP13 sent through a super chat and said, we need a compilation of how drastically different Ticket talks about literally the same player when it suits his argument. No consistency at all.
What do you mean? That's not true. I mean, everybody has a little bit of inconsistency to them. You know what I'm saying?
Cap. I guess.
No, that's true. And nobody's perfect. These motherfuckers in the chat room be acting like dudes is perfect. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it is what it is.
MP13 came with another super chat and said, Giannis running away from the ball late in games or just turning it over will always be mind-blowing. I don't know how many more reps he needs.
How many did he need in the NBA Finals when he won a chip? Which is what not a lot of guys did.
It is insane. It is insane. I don't understand how you can dominate a game for 36 minutes. Matter of fact, yeah, how can you dominate a game for 36 minutes and in the last 12 just not want the ball? And it doesn't happen.
It wasn't even the last 12. It was the last night. It was the last 4, and it was honestly it was pitiful.
It don't got to be just last night. I mean, it happens. It happens. And sometimes, but I mean, obviously, it's not every time. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes Giannis will go crazy, but then it's just those times where it's like Giannis was like it's the same game. Nothing has changed. It's the same game. You know, I don't understand people like that fold in
Defense
the
is
fourth
tighten
quarter
up in
or
the last
or
4
can't
minutes.
or can't play in the first quarter. They got to warm. You know, I just don't understand that. Like, bro, you on the court, man, play ball. You be all right.
I don't know, man. Maybe Giannis is suffering from AD syndrome. I don't know. Ever since Dame got there, I've been watching Giannis tap into his inner AD. Let me worry about defense. Dame, shoot as much as you want. I get in where I fit in. Dame not there, but he start taking over. Then we get in the nitty gritty, as Chill would say, the meat and potatoes. That old Giannis come out. Now sometimes he's dominant. Sometimes he's aggressive. Sometimes he wants that smoke. Other times he don't. But we're not sitting up here questioning him. He's not Terry Clough, very soft. He's not none of that. He's
led his team to it. He did something Giannis never did. He led his team to a champion. I mean, AD never did. He led his own team to a championship. AD had to go join LeBron James to win. But I want to say this to you. Hold on, Damo. I want to say this to you and answer that. Mm-hmm. They're blasting the Bucks' new head coach right now. They saying he's trash. I don't know how y'all feel about him from what y'all seen so far. I think it's a little early. But they saying he is garbage, and they're saying that there's a reason why Terry Stotts walked out on that guy. Now, Chill. I don't know if y'all watching.
They're just trying to protect Giannis again. That's what they're doing. They're protecting that golden boy. That's what they're doing.
Hold on, Bob. Listen to what I'm saying. This ain't about Giannis. They're saying that.
What's it about? How was he trash?
They're saying no. Hold on. I'm about to tell you what's being said in the Bucks Nation. They're saying that games. You can go to the Bucks YouTube channel and look at this under them highlights, under them videos. They're saying the games that normally would be blowouts, that this dude coaching decisions are so bad that he's the reason why that the games are close because of his substitutions and the way he's coaching and his schemes. So I don't know how you guys feel about the difference what y'all seen with Budenholzer and him, but bro, I'm gonna tell y'all the truth, bro. He might be one and done as a coach if he underachieved with his team, bro.
It's happened. It's happened.
They should have hired Nick Nurse.
Most teams' fan bases hate their coach. If you look at Warriors comments, they always bash on Steve Kerr.
From the minute he got there, by the way,
they're mad at Steve Kerr because he said Jokic is the best player in the world. They got mad at him for that. So they're mad. They get mad at Steve Kerr. Boston fans
from the minute he got there.
The only fans that I know that aren't angry at their coach right now is Houston and Philly. They're the only coaches I know who don't have a problem with their coach, and Miami, obviously.
How do you feel about the Bucks head coach, though, Mars? Tell the truth. From what you've seen so far,
I think it's been 8 games, but I think he's still implementing what he's trying to implement. But I will say, one thing that blew my mind when he said it was that he was going to be looking at Malik Beasley to be guarding other teams' best players. That was dumb when he said it, and I think he's shown this season that was dumb. But I think it's an adjustment period. I think you can see he's trying to implement different things. So I think things take time, and when you have one of the worst premier defenses in the NBA, it's going to take more than 8 games to get things sorted. So I think Bucks fans are so used to winning in the regular season, especially that when they aren't winning and they aren't blowing teams out, they're not used to it. So they're going to be more critical. But I think a lot of people understand there's a process, and that Rome wasn't built in a day, is the old saying. So right now they're still building.
It's one of those things, Mars. I think you said it pretty much perfect, except for I don't think you went far enough in the fact where when you see a guy that you're a fan of and they can't get it done, I think they try to blame coaches for these players' deficiencies sometimes, and it's like, give them a little time. The man just got there. You know what I'm saying? And if what's his name, Terry Stotts did walk out because he doesn't like the way that he's coaching, and that was just a sucker move. Like, you're the head, you're the head, the first assistant on that bench. Do something to help. Talk to coach behind closed doors. You know what I'm saying? If you know so much, man, then teach. Be a leader. You can be an assistant coach and be a leader of a team.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I've never played in the NBA. Never got close to playing in the NBA. But I played for many teams where the coach is the assistant coach. You know what I'm saying? Man right here just standing up yelling. That's the coach right there.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I played for many teams like that. And once again, I don't know if that's how it works in the NBA. I've never been close to playing in the NBA, so I don't know. But I'm just saying, I think Bob, yeah, like my man just said in the chat, Terry Stotts got to hold that L, man.
Bob, I agree with you saying, but then again, it does matter. I'm gonna tell you why it does matter.
You just got there though.
You don't want to. No. Listen, no. I'm with you. Hold on. I'm with you. I agree with everything you said. I'm saying it does matter though about the coach. You don't want your assistant coach. You don't want your guys looking at the assistant coach like he's the head coach. That is the problem. And I think that is the issue with him and Terry Stotts. I think that Dame and Giannis could have been potentially looking at him as more of a head coach since he had more experience. He knew what he was talking about. He coached Dame before. Then they did AG, and I think AG got mad and was like, get your ass over here. We having a huddle. And he's talking to the players. And when he didn't get over there in a timely fashion, he dressed them down, probably cussed them out, and the man quit. So I listen, I understand where you're coming from. I agree, give AG time. But I also think that when you have experience as a head coach in the league, this is what I believe. I believe he saw some ish going on in practice, and he said, yo, this is not going to work. We're going to be over here looking crazy. And maybe he might have tried to tell coach. And maybe coach had a bigger ego and didn't want to listen. No, I'm saying maybe he had a bigger ego, Chill, and didn't want to listen.
Yeah.
These things can all happen. You know, Chill. Like, if I'm the new head coach, Chill, if you're the new head coach, Chill, and I'm always saying, Chill, do this. Chill, you need to do that. Chill, you need to do that. You're like, man, shut the hell up, man. I'm the head coach.
Yeah, let me do my job.
But there's nothing wrong with that, though, Tiki. When you got two grown men that work together, you know what I'm saying? We don't necessarily got to agree all the time. So shit keep it real. We don't even got to really like each other. But this is your job. This is my job. Now, as grown men, we can sit at this desk and we can spend some time back here going back and forth. We can work this out. You know what I'm saying? That's what grown men do, especially when there's this much money on the table. You just got Dame Lillard. Now, I'm not putting all the blame on Terry Stotts. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Coach Griffin could have been a little more open to criticism. But also, Giannis and Dame could be leaders too and understand this is a new coach. Yeah, we might be looking at Coach Stotts, but we gotta play the game too. If Coach Griffin called me to a huddle, get your ass in the huddle. But that's another thing with some of these players. Like, who was it? Who was it which I was tripping about during the summertime? Oh, Dennis Schroeder.
Dennis Schroeder, yeah.
Y'all was tripping about that and I think Dennis Schroeder was wrong.
I
you know what I'm saying? Get your ass in the huddle.
I don't think a coach should put their hands on no player, though. You put your hands on me, and I'm going to beat your ass, period. Don't especially put your hands on me.
Especially grown.
I mean, I feel what y'all saying, but I mean, sometimes it happens. Sometimes stuff happens. You know, I don't want to get too deep in it. I maybe shouldn't have brought it up.
Somebody put their hands on you, Bob. You ain't going to be, okay, coach, that's cool. Nah, you ain't finna do that. You finna say, hey, man, get your hands off me, dog. What's wrong with you?
Yo, if I'm expecting this, now I know this is a different situation, and now we got to add context to this. This man been doing this coach since he was 14, 15 years old. I'm sitting here and I know I'm sometimes I get a little heated and I might not be wanting to hear shit. And my coach grab my arm like, hey, come on. I might be a little heated about it, but man, that's that shit wasn't that big of a deal. But anyways, let's not harp too much on that. I want to focus on Coach Griffin in the Bucks. That coaching job was not an easy job to take. You know what I'm saying? You made a blockbuster trade like that. This team just lost in the first round of the playoffs. There's pressure on everybody. You know what I'm saying? My stars running away from the ball last 4 minutes of the game. There's a lot of stuff that needs to be worked out.
But that's what I'm saying. Though part of that is coaching. Like, if whether Giannis wants the ball or not, y'all can agree and disagree with this. No, I get that. I'm saying whether he wants the ball or not, Giannis. If I'm your coach, get your big skinny ass on the block and post up. Get the ball at free throw line extended. Giannis, do not pass the ball. Put your head.
You can say that, Ron, but you can't make him do that, Ron.
I would prefer for Giannis to get 5 straight charges in the last 5 possessions of the game than to be doing a spin move and trying to pass out of it to somebody else. With the spin move that he made, what do you mean? Call a timeout, draw up a play, tell Giannis, Giannis, if you pass the ball, you're just not playing for the rest of the game anymore. We need you as our best player. Yeah, you just told Terry Stotts to be a leader, and if you know something, then tell Coach Griffin, right? So Coach Griffin, you be a leader, even though he wasn't in the game, he got ejected. But whoever's coaching at that time, you be a leader and tell Giannis Antetokounmpo, we need you to step up right now. We need you to pass the ball. We don't need you to be deferring to Chris Middleton. We don't even need you to be deferring to Dame. Be aggressive.
You can say what kind of basketball is that?
What do you mean? What kind of basketball is what?
Don't pass the ball. What?
Not only
don't pass the ball, Giannis. Go get a bucket.
See how they were defending? Okay.
In the last 4 minutes of the game last night.
My point is this:
in the last 4 minutes of the game last night, Giannis was literally just not being aggressive. It was 3 or 4 possessions where Giannis was above the 3-point line, not even in the screen.
First and foremost, bringing up coaching, Ron. Just so we clear, Adrian Griffin got thrown out of the game in the third quarter, so he wasn't even on the sideline.
No, I get that.
Number 2, I think it's interesting that we talk about these coaches who, when they inherit talent and they win, they inherited a bomb squad. But if they lose, they're not very good coaches. So it's kind of a double-edged sword when you're talking about stuff like that. I think that's interesting.
But my point is this though, Ryan. Like, I understand what you're saying. Like, be a leader, be a coach, and tell them. But I mean, you've been on the sideline before. You know, you can tell a player one thing, and he'll do the exact opposite. No matter how experienced or how good the player is. When you in the game, you get in the thick of shit. If you're scared of the ball, my coach telling me to go get the ball is not going to stop me from being scared of the bright lights.
Is he scared though, Ron? I mean, is he scared? He did have 8 points. He had 8 points.
It was in the early fourth. It was in the early fourth. It was in the early. When
that could have easily been a poor choice of words. That could have easily been a poor choice of words. But what I'm saying is we've already established that he didn't want the ball in those last 4 minutes. He threw some sick turnovers. So all I'm saying is, no matter what I say as a coach, I cannot control this man. That's all I'm saying.
I get that. I'm just saying, like, you can tell Giannis be aggressive. You could tell Giannis, yo, we need a bucket right here. I need you to post up. I need you to be aggressive. I need you to post up. Hey, I look, Mars. He scored 54 points. So it's no matter what you say, he was getting busy up until that point. How come when in the last 4 or 5 minutes it just completely turned off? And I'm telling you, what?
The coach's fault.
So they were double teaming them before that. They were double teaming them. Yo, Giannis was getting rebounds and walking the ball up court, and they were double teaming him at the 3/4 line and at the other free throw line
off the rebounds and side.
Yes, and he was dribbling through that. Up until that point, he was Mars. What? I see. It was times where he was trying to dribble around a double team. He was being aggressive. I remember it because it was a specific possession where Daniel Tice fouled him at the half court line because Benedict Mathurin came and he went the opposite way and tried to go around him, and he got fouled at the half court line, and he went and shot 2 free throws. He was being aggressive up until that point. The 4 and 5 minute mark went. He started giving the ball to Chris Middleton. Chris Middleton started trying to take over and do things of that nature. It was a time where what's his name had the ball and was running a pick and roll. And this is my guy, Marjan. He had the ball and he was running a pick and roll with Bobby Portis. Giannis, what are you doing? If anything, you need to be the one setting the screen. If anything, I'm just saying in the last 4 or 5 minutes, your best player needs to be involved in every single play.
Giannis is also
if he is drawing a double team, cool. Make a good pass, but I'm just like, bro, be aggressive.
Well, Giannis is he tried to make it work.
Well,
that's the point, though. Don't pass then. I would rather instead of throwing a turnover, I would rather you shoot through the double team. It was a time where he literally went middle. He had Benedict Mathurin guarding him. He spun off of him. If he would have made an aggressive spin, he could have either shot a floater or even just shot over him. I would rather him shoot a turnaround jumper right there as opposed to spinning, picking the ball up, looking like this, and then he just basically just gave the ball up. It's like that's the point I'm making right there, is, bro. Before you do something like that, I would rather you throw a hook shot, even if that's not in your game. I would rather you shoot the ball.
So you want him to shoot just because he's the best player, even if his shots like he.
Yes, and that's a shot Giannis can make. I've seen Giannis make that shot plenty of times. I've seen Giannis spin at it, make it spin. I've seen him. Okay, so what would you rather him do, Mars? Shoot a shot that's 50-50
basketball play.
And so the common sense basketball player was just throwing the ball away?
Yes.
Throwing the ball into
traffic. Giannis. Be a better passer. That's what I would ask you to do. You get double teamed, don't throw the ball to the 17th.
He wasn't double teamed right there, though. He wasn't double teamed. It was literally
last 2 minutes. When he gets double teamed, he throws it all the way to Jupiter. Don't do that. Make the right pass. Make the correct pass.
You talking about the one where Brook Lopez was
you can't make the pass.
He missed Brook Lopez. He clearly missed him.
He missed him right there. He missed him right there. He missed him right there.
The right decision. That's what I want him to do. Make the right decision and make it accurately. Not just, you can't make the right decision, so just throw up a dumb shot. No, he's not a good shooter. I don't want him taking hook shots from 15 feet. I don't want him taking.
It wasn't from 15 feet more. It was in the middle. He was already in the paint,
and bringing the next defender to him and still not passing. I want him, if he spins through a double team and another defender comes to help, make the right read. That means you beat 3 defenders. That means there's at least 3 people open. Hit someone, but make that pass consistently. That's what I would like you to do.
You're right, Mars.
Plus, Ron,
this ego about you're the best player. You got to make the right. You got to make the shot. You got to do this. No, make the right play. The right play is whether or not someone's open. You give them the ball, or if you're open, take the shot. If it's a shot you're capable of making. The right play isn't just you're the best player. We got to live and die with you. That ideology is what's led people to say that LeBron James doesn't do the right thing when he hits Kyle Korver in the corner. It's this type of ideology.
But that's another thing though too, Mars. Giannis isn't Bron. Giannis isn't hitting these offensive players where they need to be. You
then
see,
he needs to improve.
He literally missed 3 passes last night that he should made 3 passes last night he shouldn't have made or missed.
Then he needs to
my thing is, before you turn the ball over, Giannis, be aggressive and go get to the line like you've been doing the whole time. Even if you're not a plus free throw shooter, be aggressive. If that's the case though, then they better off with Giannis sitting on the bench. If that's the case. No
one else can draw 4 defenders like Giannis, so he's still creating.
Okay, but if he's drawing the 4 defenders and can't make the play out of drawing 4 defenders,
to improve. But they'd rather have someone draw 4 defenders than someone who can't draw any defenders and they're just playing 1-on-1 the whole time. At least have someone who can draw that defense and then hope he can make the right pass, or tell him, look, in this situation, who's the open man in this situation? In the film room, look here, Giannis, where's the open man? Oh, Chris Middleton open the corner, Pat Connaughton in the weak side. Where's the open man? We can diagnose these things early. That's what you have a whole regular season for.
Mars,
ideology.
I'm not saying that you're wrong. I'm not saying you're wrong, Mars.
Seeing people shooting triple teams, I mean, like, well, we at least he took the shot. He's really clutch. This guy ran from the moment.
Mars, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not at all. I'm just saying this dude's been in the league for 10 years. If he can't pass out of a double or a triple team at this point, he's not going to be able to. So what I'm saying is, and I said this a few shows ago, I'm comfortable with Giannis shooting the ball in the key over 2 people. He's that dominant and he's that good of a player. Because, and here's another thing, if he misses the shot, he's good enough to go and he's strong enough to go back and get the offensive rebound and go back up. And Brook Lopez is in the game too. I would rather that be the case than you to throw a turnover 10 out of 10 times. I would rather a player shoot a contested shot than to throw a turnover.
No,
so that's the point that I'm making.
The option isn't turnover or shoot. There's mystery option number 3. Don't throw the turnover. Like, why would you say, oh well, Giannis passes it?
That's obviously don't throw the turnover. But if you're gonna, but if that's who you are, if you're a turnover guy, then that's who you are.
Then Giannis isn't that good offensively.
And that could be a conversation that needs to start being had. Giannis
offensively. If he can't reliably handle the ball without turning the ball over in these situations, he shouldn't have the ball.
I'm telling you, man, just put him in the AD role. This will all be solved, man. He's just not that guy offensively. Maybe that's the answer.
Give the ball to someone who, if they get double teams, has to shoot because they can't pass out of it. That's how we have the Joel Embiid situations. And guess what we do with Joel Embiid? We crucify him for not being able to shoot over 2 people because he can't pass out of a double team. If Giannis can't do it either, they shouldn't get the ball down the stretch.
Which he's proven that he can pass out of a double team. He's proven.
So then he needs to make that pass routinely and not turn the ball over. That's the option that he needs to do. Not to shoot bad shots because he can't pass out of a double. That means his game is
Morris, that's not a bad Giannis shooting a shot in the paint. No, anytime Giannis shoots a shot in the paint, it's not a bad shot. If you ask
me, he's got 3 guys on him. Yes, it is.
If you ask me,
I'm saying anytime Steph shoots a 3, it's not a bad shot.
No, Ron, that's not true.
We're talking about two completely different scenarios.
No, we're not.
And honestly, Steph shooting a contested 3, is better than a lot of shots that Golden State's going to get.
Not with 3 guys in his face.
I never said with 3 shots. I never said 3 guys with Steph. I never said 3 guys with Steph.
2 guys in his face, it's still not a good shot. No, especially if you got a guy at the rim.
If Steph gets trapped off a pick and roll, is it better that he shoots or if he passes it to Draymond Green? Which one's better?
The thing about the difference in this situation is Steph can actually pass out of the double team. That's the difference. Like in
improve.
Mars, I get that. Like I don't think nobody needs to agree. I don't think nobody disagrees that Giannis should improve passing out of the double team. But my thing is, late in the game, if you can't pass out of the double team, before you throw a turnover, dog, just shoot the ball. Just shoot it.
Which is the equivalent of a turnover, basically.
Yeah, not necessarily. We're talking about Giannis in the key. We're talking about Giannis in the key.
With 3 guys on him.
I said a double team. Y'all adding the 3rd guy to the scenario. I said a double team.
What's the difference between a missed shot and a turnover?
Between
offensive rebounds, is that a difference?
First off, a turnover, they got the opportunity. If somebody comes and intercepts the pass, they automatically got an option at a fast break right then and there. Second off, if Giannis shoots the ball, it's a good chance that him or Brook Lopez can get the rebound because they're already in the key. Yes, Brook Lopez. Yes, Brook Lopez. Right. It's a good chance that him or Brook Lopez can get the offensive rebound. Third, it still is a good chance that Giannis will make the shot because he's in the key. What do you?
I think this is nuts.
You're
So,
overstating.
yo,
Giannis
any
makes those type of shots.
Yes, this is nuts right here.
all right.
Giannis is so dominant in the paint because he's able to get guys off of him and create good looks at the rim, not because he can make layups over two people.
I have to agree. Hey, I have to agree with Ron, man. He got to be aggressive in that situation. When you're the most dominant, you're the most dominant for a reason. And Giannis he's a special type of player, bro. He has the ability to go score on multiple guys. So when you have an advantage like that, me personally, Mars, you said what's the difference between a missed shot and a turnover? A missed shot is that, in fact, I have an attempt and I also have a chance to get an offensive rebound versus me not being able to have a possession at all. And so, listen, here's my thing, right? The way Giannis was rolling, he was rolling that way on doubles all night. So to me, you just keep rolling, keep going with it. Like I have the type of mentality that Kobe and them had. You understand what I'm saying? Which is, if we're gonna die by my hand. You understand what I'm saying? You guys have a mentality like LeBron has. Like, okay, if somebody comes down and I don't think I have a good shot, I'm gonna swing it to the open guy and trust him to make it. Listen, me personally, I agree with what Ron say. I'm live and die by my hand. That's how I always live. Like, we living and dying by this hand right here. If I'm getting paid the most money, and this is what I'm supposed to be doing, this is how we rolling. This is how we gonna ride right here. We gonna ride off this hand, because now if I miss it, I'm gonna take all the criticism. Because if I turn it over, I'm gonna take the criticism anyways. And if I pass it to somebody else and they miss it, guess what? I'm still gonna get criticized because they're gonna say I should have took the shot and shouldn't have passed it up anyway. So it's a lose-lose situation in any case. So to me, when you're that dominant as Giannis is and big, him getting a shot at the rim is better than anything else in that situation, in my opinion, because he does have a quicker opportunity to jump up, get a tip back. I've seen Giannis miss before and be the first one to get right back up, tip it in, dunk tip it in, or whatever he can do. He got to be aggressive in those moments. That's the thing I want to see AD do. Like, I agree with Damo what he said, like, oh, so did you want him to be AD? No, that's what I want AD to do. I want AD to be aggressive like that. AD,
but it's not a lose-lose though, Tiki.
Why not?
The reason I say it's not a lose-lose. Well, look, the reason I say
but that's not the right
lose-lose.
play. See, the right play doesn't mean just passing the ball to the open man.
Yeah, see,
Cam Reddish
my
is
thing.
the
I
right
think
play.
I'm aligning.
The open man, if they can shoot, is the right play.
It's not a
But he's on the
lose-lose.
court, right?
You can actually win
That
if
doesn't
you
mean
just
different.
make the right basketball play. See, it's a lose-lose if you're more concerned with the narrative or
Bob,
what
let me
the
ask you a
media
question,
says
Bob.
about you.
Bob, let me ask you a question.
Bob,
if you get double teamed,
hold on, you can ask whatever you want. Let me just get my take off real quick. I don't think it's a lose-lose. I think it's a win-lose. Just do the right thing, make the right basketball play, win the basketball game. Well, who gives a fuck what the media got to say about it? When LeBron James passed that ball to Udonis Haslem on the baseline and Udonis Haslem knocked down that baseline jump shot, that was a win. Who cares what the media got to say? Who gives a damn about narratives? I don't care if you said I made the right pass. Did we win the basketball game?
Bob, if you're working on 35 points, you ain't being stopped on the night. I give you the ball in the clutch. You get double, right? Now, clearly, clearly, you had a chance to get your guys that they need. They want the personnel they wanted on the court. So you're rolling on 35, Bob. You cooking. We give you the ball in the post for the game. 8 seconds left, 6 seconds left, whatever. You back down and you get doubled. Where is the pass going? To whoever doubled off you, because that's who's open.
Whoever's cutting to the rim, you cut to the rim. I'm gonna hit you that bounce pass. We gonna win the game.
Right? I'm saying, but Bob, I'm saying you're going to whoever's open. So what I'm saying is, LeBron drove. He took the help from Cam Reddish's man. At that very instant, LeBron is seeing, okay, that's Cam's man to help. Boom, he's in the corner. I gotta hit him because he has the most open shot out of all the players. I can't look behind my back and try to find and say, oh, is this the best three-point shooter right here? No. So he made the pass to Cam. Cam misses it, and guess what? Cam Reddish gets criticized.
Now look though. If Cam
wasn't the right play.
I'm talking about good basketball.
Even though that play, that's the way. Just so you know, Mars, that's the way to play.
Yeah, it was a dumb play that Darvin Ham drew up.
Yeah,
It
that's the way
was
play was
a
going up.
dumb play. It was a dumb play.
If this is the situation, right? My thing is, I made the right play. Did you make the right decision on your behalf? We all got to make the right decisions. Now, I can't rightfully remember what the baseline was looking like at the time, but should Cam Reddish have been cutting to the rim to catch the ball to get one to the rim? I don't know. Okay, well, look. All I'm saying is let's make the right basketball play. So it's not a lose-lose. All I'm saying is let's play the right basketball.
Hold on, but Bob, isn't Giannis being dominant? Ain't that the right play since he has the best?
It's always the right play. I don't know.
It's not always the right play.
It's nothing you guys can tell me, bro. The most dominant player in the NBA. I think it's the right play for him to be aggressive at all times.
I'm not trying to convince y'all. I'm not trying to argue with y'all. I'm just simply saying I disagree.
Bob, let me ask you one question. I'm gonna ask you in Chilltown this. Chilltown. Based off what y'all saw, Mars, you too. Based off what y'all saw in that Lakers game, because it's the greatest example. At the end of that game, when Bron passed the ball to Cam Reddish,
Right.
if y'all could have that back, would you rather LeBron James for taking that shot or pass it to Cam Reddish again?
I just think it's a
I
lose-lose.
said Cam Reddish is not
No,
the right
I
play.
know,
because
but
Cam
I'm
Reddish is a
asking-
I know what
good
you're talking about.
defense.
Sure, if he shoots it's still a lose-lose because
No,
if he
I'm asking,
shoots
but
the ball,
I'm saying, but chill. If you had that play back, would you rather LeBron have shot it or pass it to Cam Reddish again? Same play, same situation, same.
I'd rather LeBron have the ability to make a mid-range pull-up instead of having to drive all the way to the rim. That's that.
and if he
in an
shoots
ideal
the
world,
and if he shoots the pull-up, Mars, and he misses it, see, he's not clutch and he can't shoot the mid-range.
No, but I don't care about the media narratives. I really
Right.
don't care.
Okay. As
I'm
long as
looking
you
at it
make
from
the
a
right
basketball
basketball
perspective.
Right.
The right play is never to hit Cam Reddish, who's shooting 15% from 3 and 10% from the corner. That is not the right basketball. I don't care if he's open. That's like saying if Ben
The right
Simmons is
play
open
was
in the
Christian
corner.
Wood.
Yeah, Christian Wood, low-key would have had a dunk.
He was wide open.
Maybe,
Yeah,
maybe
he
he
was
could have
wide
got blocked
open.
from
He
hand.
could have dropped
Maybe
it
that's
off
the
to him
right
at the
play.
weekend.
The
Yeah.
right play is not to hit the 10% corner three-point shooter because he's open. If Ben Simmons is open in the corner, that doesn't mean it's the right play because he's open. The right play is to hit someone who can shoot open in the corner in that situation. Cam Reddish being in that corner is dumb from Darvingham. LeBron James passing the ball to the 10% three-point shooter is dumb from LeBron. And Darvingham drawing up a play for Cam Reddish is dumb from him. Cam Reddish being on the court is dumb. He should not be on the court shooting a spot up three when he shoots 10%. Just because he's open, that doesn't make it the right play.
So who
The
would
right
be out
play
there,
is
Max
for
Christie?
LeBron
That's
James
fact.
to initial drive if it's available. Then if he gets doubled, he should have the ability to make a mid-range pull-up, but he doesn't. And then you should always have a good shooter in the weak side corner.
Would you rather
But
have
he's
Max
not
Christie?
there. That's
Who
what
else?
made the play bad.
Mars. Who else was you gonna put out there in the corner? Max Christie? Because that's all they had that night. Who else was you gonna put out there?
Christian Wood is more reliable from the corner than.
And even with that being said, we've seen him shrug off coaches and do it himself. No, we're not running that, and we're gonna do this. We've seen him do that, but then he's not coach. It's very much it's a lose-lose situation. It is.
That's all I'm saying.
I mean,
LeBron
those
could
can't
pull
be
up
the
at that
only
elbow,
two
he
options.
would've
So
drawn
Ron
the
was
double
right.
in the first place.
Ron was right. LeBron may as well just went up and pulled up over two guys if he had to
Right.
win the game. Because if
Because he just did that, Bob. He just did that last year in the playoffs when he went down the gut and they played against Denver and he ended up getting blocked. See, he can't finish.
Well,
But
look
if
though,
he-
Tristan. If my calculations are right, half court basketball, the half court of the basketball, this half, just when I'm talking about this half of the court,
Right.
is 2,350 square feet. You got 2,350 square feet of hardwood. Those can't be the only two options. Is a contested layup or a corner three from Cam Reddish. So that's why I'm saying these late game situations are not lose-lose situations. We have more than one option when we're playing basketball. You know what I mean? Once again, y'all brought up Christian Wood.
Right.
Now, that's all I'm trying to say about. Let's get back to Giannis here. Let's get back to Giannis. If he's getting double teamed, what are we talking about? Around 7 feet, 8 feet from the rim. You want him to power up through that, make a move, whatever it may be, right? I just don't feel like that's always what we have to do. No, Giannis, you don't have to always be on some dirt because you're not Dirk Nowitzki, first of all. So you can't always be on some F the double team. You don't got that dirt. So you can find a cutter to the rim. Somebody's open.
Last night, Giannis had everything going, including turnaround jumpers.
I understand that.
Including turnaround jumpers. He made about 3 or 4 last night.
Mid-range,
Okay,
he had all that going.
Everything.
What I'm saying is just to Ticket's point. What Ticket asked me, he said 35. Now Giannis had 50 something, right? If I got 52, I still don't have to force the double team. You still like it's what's that called, Mars? Remember we talked about this before. What's the type of statistics where the next event is what happened previous doesn't affect the next event. So if I have 50, if I have 50 here, I can still do something in the next event that has nothing to do with me shooting the ball. and those statistics are of zero consequence to each other. You know what I'm saying? I could have 0 points in
Each
turn around
possession is its own individual possession.
Thank you.
Based on
Every possession is its own individual possession.
Bob,
Those
Bob,
52 have nothing to do with this next time.
every time down the court, the right play is the one that should be made. Whether that's you
and the
scoring
game
or
is
not,
on
it's
the
the
line,
right
I'm
play.
ending this shit with 56. I'm ending it with 56, and that's how I got to go.
Or you're not because you're more worried about the narrative than winning the basketball game.
Mars and Ox. My thing isn't necessarily.
Hey, Ron. No, I just think I'm the best.
That's very selfish. That's very selfish.
On the court, nigga. That's all that is.
Mars and Bob. My biggest thing is it's not necessarily about him shooting over double teams. My thing is more so just his aggression in the way he played in that last 5 minutes. I'm more so saying I'm disappointed because he played an A+ game all the way up until that last 5 minutes, and then all of a sudden it was like he turned his brain on and he just played complete. He looked like a completely different player. So my thing is, Giannis, you gotta be better than that in the last 5 minutes. Even if that's whether that's passing, whether that's getting out the way, whether that's offensive rebounding, I don't know, but you have to have a better imprint on the last 5 minutes. In your top two, what a lot of people say, player in the NBA, you just got to be better than that.
Bob will pass
You just have to.
with the game on the line, talking about he made the right play. Man, cut it out.
Hey, look, I don't care. That's fine. I see a couple cats in the chat that clearly just play basketball. They don't know how to think basketball. I see that you obviously a selfish teammate. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, I wouldn't expect y'all to understand what I'm saying.
But see,
you know
that's the thing with you too as a basketball player. It be times where with you'll get double teamed, and I'll be like, nigga, you 4 inches bigger than everybody on the court. Yes, you can pass, and you're a phenomenal passer. Bro, go get a bucket. Go get a bucket.
Hey,
but sometimes the right play is for you to score. The right play doesn't just always mean pass.
So do you
the
think
right play doesn't always mean that's another misconception. Just because you pass, it doesn't mean you made the right play. Sometimes the right play is for you to shoot.
Do you think
like I said, if you have a non-shooter in the corner and he's open, that doesn't mean the right play is to hit him.
Right,
because he's open. No, it's common sense. If Cam Reddish is in the corner and you have the ability to get a mid-range pull-up, LeBron James is not great in the mid-range. But let's go mathematical, just for the sake of argument. Let's say LeBron has a 35% chance of making a mid-range jump shot.
It's better.
Cam Reddish has a 10% chance of making the corner three. Which one's a more opportune play that would make more sense? It's still the mid-range pull-up. Just because he's open, it doesn't make it the right play. Now, if Kyle Korver is in that corner, you better go hit Kyle Korver. That's a better shot.
Absolutely.
But it's about knowing your personnel, and someone in the chat said it's a split-second decision.
No, it's not.
To go play basketball times. Darvingham said Cam Reddish was going to be in that corner. LeBron knew Cam Reddish was going to be in that corner. Everyone in the Lakers knew Cam Reddish was going to be in that corner.
That's how he drew it up.
LeBron was aware that he was throwing the ball to Cam Reddish. It's still not the right play.
Hey, it is a split-second decision because you don't know who's going to come, where the double's going to come from. You don't. Now, it is logical. Hold on.
Go ahead,
it is logical it could have came from Cam Reddish, man. But it's logical it couldn't have because you got to think. LeBron wasn't playing the center, so the big man, it was Bam who stepped up. Bam wasn't on Cam Reddish, but Cam Reddish's man had left. Huh?
But you play basketball, you know. If the big man helps, you know the low man on the weak side has to tag the big. That's just common sense basketball. Because you're not about to give up a dunk over a corner three. You're not about to do that.
Yeah,
that's
but I don't think that
Darvingham knew that. LeBron James definitely knows that. That's common sense.
The reason why I'm saying that is
go ahead. I don't think he elevated it up here.
The reason why I'm saying it's a split-second decision for James because he's been in that situation before. He knows where the double team is coming. And on top of that, there's sometimes when making the pass is better. I just saw KD 2 nights ago against Chicago drop it off to Nurkic for the win. That was the right basketball play.
Trae Young to DeJounte Murray.
Trae Young to DeJounte Murray. Absolutely. That's the right basketball play. That's not and I'm not looking at KD going, why didn't you shoot it? You got a money mid-range game. He had 2 guys on him. So, of course, him dropping it off to Nurkic at the basket, that's the right basketball play. And that's what should have happened. But in the situation with Darvingham, I just think it's a lose-lose situation with James because every time I've seen James do something, there's always been criticism. Well, why didn't you shoot it? Well, why didn't you pass? Why did you pass it? Why did you shoot it? This guy was open. It's always it's a lose-lose situation with him.
There's 4 options with LeBron James. This is why I don't like doing this with LeBron James. There's 4 options. In this play, let's just do the Cam Reddish play.
Right.
We've got the option that actually happens. LeBron gets doubled. He passes to Cam Reddish misses.
Right.
LeBron James, scared of the moment, deferring to teammates.
That's number 1.
Option number 2. Same play happens. He hits Cam Reddish makes it. LeBron James gets bailed out by Cam Reddish. That's option 2. Option number 3, LeBron James takes the mid-range pull-up. He misses it. See, this is why LeBron James ain't got that killer will like MJ, Kobe, blah, 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 because he doesn't make the shot. Option number 4, LeBron James takes the mid-range pull-up, makes it. Oh, but it's a meaningless regular season game. Why is it coming down to wire against Miami?
Give me a break.
That's all 4 options for LeBron James. So
It's the fifth option too, Mars. He makes it, and then Jalen comes up here. And
You got a whole lot of jack strap snippers that are running around here talking about he's the GOAT. He make that shot. So that's
that's also the other option. And then you got them saying that it was the right play to pass to Cam Reddish.
Right.
Them too. That's why I don't care about any of the outside noise. I don't care about what anyone says about the play, other than what I think about the play. Because everyone's just gonna have an opinion that's gonna be stupid to me.
Just to get to the end of this, what you and Ron were talking about, based off what we saw last night, do you feel like the right play was for Giannis was to give it up or to shoot the ball the way he was going?
With which play? Which play?
No, down the stretch last night, the turnovers he had. Do you feel like he should have took the shot? Do you feel like he should have forced the issue offensively, or he should have just gave the ball up? In those moments,
I think the first turnover, I think Brook Lopez should be ready for a pass. I think so.
Did he miss him that much, Mars? Because it looked like it was a catchable pass.
Yeah, it looked. So I think I'm looking at Brook Lopez like the court down, my friend.
Yeah.
So and then the second one where he's actually trying to dribble and get downhill and then he gets ripped. The right play is not to have Giannis ISO him from the top of the key, to be honest. But I think Giannis was gonna look to score in that situation with a second turnover. I think he just got ripped. So I don't know what the right play in that situation is because you're putting Giannis at the top and telling him to go get a bucket. He tried and got ripped. Like the right play is doing it. I mean,
he was doing it all night, so I don't see why the coach thought that something would change right there. When you're rolling like that, I don't think the coach is saying, well, we don't want to give it to you right here. Just let them keep rolling. Like you got 50 something, you rolling. You on 54, you rolling. So I think that he just got that play. They timed him.
Yeah, I think it happens. Like I'm not putting too much on it. I'm not.
Yeah,
like,
I'm saying
Giannis isn't clutch.
I'm saying, but Doug, your tag team boy Doug came in here and made it seem like Giannis was running from the moment and he was scared and stuff. When you just said yourself, you thought he was trying to be aggressive.
Yeah, I don't agree with it. Just because I'm on the show with Doug doesn't mean I just co-sign.
Oh, okay. I thought you was riding with him on that. My bad.
No, I don't. I think Giannis played great last night. And I think the turnovers aren't. I think the second one, I mean, it's his fault, but I think it's just part of the game. Like if you're trying to create something, it's possible.
So then, why is Bob trying to say like he ran away from the moment? Then, like that's what Bob said. He ran away, like when the game was online. You said he was running away, Bob.
Well, did you say that?
Yeah, he said that. He's on tape.
I said that a lot of times at the end of the game, Giannis be running from the ball. He doesn't want the ball. You can tell he doesn't want it. He's afraid of the free throw line at the end of the game.
Do you think he ran last night?
And actually of that game, I only did see kind of end of that game.
He did shoot 18 free throws last night. Just want to put that out.
But you were talking real tough. He did shoot 18 free throws last night. Bob was talking real tough about Giannis about 20 minutes ago. Now he ain't even watched the game. Come on, Playboy.
I just said, yo, stop putting words in my mouth, bro. First of all, I think you lack the intelligence to put words in my mouth, bro. Don't do that no more.
I don't
do that no more.
I know one thing. I'm putting your ass in this side.
I'm gonna tell you like that. First of all, bro, you better read a couple books before you try to speak to me. Before you try to speak to me, read some books, brother.
Have a domino imprint on his head. You think I'm playing, huh? When I beat you in bones, you have a domino imprint on your head.
Ticket, which bone is it gonna be?
Say what?
Which domino is it gonna be?
It better be the
it's gonna be the snake eyes right on his forehead, straight like that. You understand what I'm saying? And as I told y'all, man, look, y'all can let Bob fool y'all with all the workouts and stuff like that. Y'all can let Bob fool y'all with all the throwback talk and all this. Oh yeah, Ticket, man, he's scared. He didn't see that, man. When I see Bob, man, it's gonna be like your favorite puppy getting hit by a freight train, nigga. That's what it's gonna be like.
Wait, who's the puppy? Who's the freight train?
Hey, shit, nigga, you figure it out. So, but like I said, right? Like I said, Bob know what's up, man. Tell me something. If I throw the dominoes at him, he go, man, nigga, please, come on now. Like I said before, you ain't gonna do nothing but pick him up and say, let's play again, nigga.
Oh damn!
You know,
but all right, for sure. Let's get into some more super chats though. We got one from Bug. Bug said Tyrese is a light-skinned John Wall with the jump shot. He won't be the best point guard conversation. It's too many guys at his position. It's a middle ground here.
I don't believe
He'll be
that.
top 5, I assume.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on like when guys
didn't
are
say
going to come in.
Nobody
later
said he
on.
was
I
going to be
don't
the
know.
best neither. I didn't say
I
that.
think Luka's pretty much unanimously got that.
Mhm.
I think
I can't believe y'all was riding with Damo on that John Morant. That's insane, bro. Ja is a monster, bro. Ja is damn near the MVP candidate sometimes. That's crazy. I don't think Tyrese Haliburton will ever reach them heights. I don't think he will ever be a perennial All-Star past 2 or 3 All-Star games. That's his max.
Same thing about Jason Tatum a couple of years ago. He would never be this good. Finished 4th last year in the league. I ain't saying you. I ain't saying you. I'm not saying you. But I'm talking about that was the logic 2 years ago on Jason Tatum. He would never exceed this. And
I never even said anything on the Tyrese Haliburton. So I was quiet the whole time.
You was jock strapping with Ron. You was like, yeah, he good.
Appreciate you, Mars. You my dog.
I was the only thing I
Appreciate
said
you
was
for
that
riding with a
Luka's
real
the best
one, Mars.
playmaker. I'm not.
So
I'm not that high on Tyrese Haliburton.
So Mars, again, because
I think Ja Morant's better than Tyrese Haliburton.
We need to clarify the record on him because that was nasty what y'all did to Ja. Just because Ja has
I think Ja Morant is better than Tyrese Haliburton.
Okay, cool. I'm about to say, Ron,
stay quiet the whole time.
You and Damo, Ron, you guys are y'all sad, bro.
I eat hot dogs in public. Said Luka a hooper for sure, but I feel as if his style of play can't win a championship. He reminds me of Houston Harden. Thoughts?
we've already had that conversation. Wait till the playoff performances start to lessen. You'll have a different opinion about Luka.
I have a hard time seeing
that man say he eat ball franks in public. Come on, man.
Winning the championship.
Ron, that man say he eat ball franks in public, and then they got a ball frank bigger than him.
I'm saying though, if you at the ballpark and you get a glizzy, you know what I'm saying? What you supposed to do? Eat in private? You supposed to hop? Like, I'm watching the baseball game, and you best believe, I'm getting one of them bratwursts. So you know what I'm saying?
I'm getting two.
You know what I'm saying? If I go watch an A's game, a Rangers game, a Diamondback game, a Mariners game, I'm getting one of them franks.
Hey, man, Ron,
ain't no way you guys made eating a hot dog a bad thing. Like, that's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? That's that only in America, Morris.
That's a lot of insecurity. I ain't gonna lie. That's a lot of insecurity.
That man hey, hold on, Mars. That man had a ballpark bigger than him, bro. Come on. Did you see the size of that ballpark, man?
Hey, shout out all the glizzy gobblers out there. If you know, you know. Hey, it's Mr. GQ.
I grew up on glizzy, so I'm straight.
Come on, man.
Shit, matter of fact, Ma.
I grew up on
put one of them glizzies on the stove.
We talking about it, and we didn't have hot dog buns. We had to put them on the white bread. So
on the sliced bread
right here. This for chill right here. Put that back up there, Ron. That's for chill right here.
It's Mr. GQ to you said, what I'm saying is no one calls out KD for manipulating the calls. Flops. He falls other shots. He falls on other shots. BR even said the refs were looking for his rip through flops.
His rip through flops. So when he
that was his main
Bleacher Report. So when he catches the ball and swings through.
We don't trust Bleacher Report. We don't trust Bleacher Report.
He used to do that. He used to do that all the time.
Kobe used to do it too.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. If the refs are going to call it.
Me neither.
If you have a way to get to the foul line, I don't care how you do it. If you get in the foul call, why is that my business if the refs are doing their job correctly? It benefits you and your team. I'm not about to start hating.
All right, y'all. Keeping it lit. Hall of Fame Mike said, who y'all got as the best playmaker of each decade, starting from the 80s? And Oxford's Ticket on Black Friday going to be a movie.
The 2000s is where it gets tricky because I feel like Magic is the best playmaker in the 80s. I feel like Jordan is the best playmaker in the 90s. The 2000s is where it gets tricky because Bryant, Shaq, Jason Kidd, the best playmaker. Man,
Magic, Jordan, Steve Nash,
Nash.
I'm gonna say Jason Kidd, man.
That's for me.
Right.
It's pretty easy for me.
I could get with Jason Kidd in that decade. I could definitely get with Jason Kidd in that decade. But I could get with Bryant too. So
but if we just talking about playmaking in general,
playmaking.
They took 2 teams to the NBA Finals. Should tell off playmaking, bro.
Of defense and transition.
And Bryant was a big part of that too.
His playmaking, because Kmart talked about that yesterday. as well. King Martin was talking about that yesterday about what J Kidd was doing. His playmaking was insane.
And ticket. Bryant took what 5-7 teams to the finals in 9 years and won 5. He wasn't just buckets.
I'm just saying,
He wasn't just buckets doing that.
No, I'm saying, but Bryant made more plays for himself. I'm talking about like just for your teammates. I mean, I think that J Kidd. If you talking about for yourself, yeah, I'm with you. But if you talking about for your teammates, man, J Kidd was unmatched, bro. J Kidd.
That part I won't fight, ticket. Jason Kidd was awesome as a playmaker. Yes, he was. Bro. And to the dude in the chat, just so you know, I talk about whoever I want to talk about, however I want to talk about him. You don't like it, they got the door. How about that? They got the door. I'll talk about whoever I want to talk about, whenever I want to talk about him.
Savant X said ticket versus Mars rematch.
I'm good.
Nah, Mars ain't good.
I'm good.
It's Mr. GQ to you said everything, Bob. I beat you in tic-tac-toe. I'm faster than you. I tie my shoes better than you. I even blow bubble gum bubbles better than you, fool.
I'm joking. Me and Bob will have to do something crazy like that. We're gonna have to really like play dominoes, play cards, play motherfucking PlayStation, race, all that.
Man, you throw a hip out trying to.
I'm ready. I'm dead. I'm ready to prove I'm better than you at everything.
All right, you said it right there. You said that you ready to prove it. So, you ready to prove it when it's time, bro. Don't be dunking, bro.
Do you shoot dice?
I do anything you do.
I'm better than you at shooting dice too. Pool.
Yeah, all right. Shoot the dub. Shoot the dub. Get your money ready. I don't shoot. I don't know about y'all. I don't know where you from. I don't know where you from. We don't shoot 1s and 5s. You better get your dubs ready.
I'm better than you at ping pong, nigga. All that shit. Real talk. Ron. Hey, I got a whole lot of talents, baby.
I got Bob, man. I got Bob.
But your hand-eye coordination ain't ready for
ping pong. Oh, it's okay, dog.
Bob, my God. That's my duo. That's my 2v2 duo brother, bro. So you know, I gotta ride with my guy. You know.
Don't worry. Now I'm finna cook KD extra crispy. I can't do it tonight because they're gonna beat the hell out the Lakers tonight. I can't do it tonight. Hey, and by the way, I have concerns. I didn't like how Bradley Beal looked. I'm just gonna tell you that right now. He made the first couple like.
Well, he's coming off an injury though, so you gotta give him some time.
He's not 100%. He's just playing because
he don't even look. To be honest with you, he don't even look like he's 50%. Mark.
Yeah, he shouldn't be playing.
Yeah,
right. That's what I'm saying. I don't think they're ever gonna be right. Chill. I don't think that team is ever gonna be right because they're rushing Beal back. What the hell is going on with Devin Booker? He's playing every other game he's trying to play. Nobody knows what's going on with him. I don't know what's going on, bro. Like, to be honest with you, with that team, I don't.
Season just started, y'all. Be patient, y'all.
No,
Emmanuel, just so you know, real quick with this super chat right here.
How many games you think that big three gonna play this year
together? Less than 50
together.
Less than 50.
Hey, 45.
Together they might play about 22.
Yeah,
I'm with Mars on that. 20 games. That's not gonna be enough.
That super chat.
As long as they can get 35 games together, everything gonna be okay.
I don't believe that.
I don't think they get 35. I don't think they get that.
Chill, you want to address this?
35, 15, 7, and 13 in the fourth. I think he had 46 at the end of the third, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, 8.
Also, wait. We talking about.
He's saying for the season.
2022. He's talking about 2022.
He led the playoffs in fourth quarter.
Giannis average.
So I don't know what Dub is talking about. Clutch this, that. He led the whole playoffs in scoring in the fourth quarter. In that
what happened to the shots that mattered?
So we talked about that tonight. Mars said he don't agree with you. Mars said he felt like Giannis was being aggressive last night. Now what you said? He said he don't agree with you. Just because you his partner, he don't agree with you.
After the 5-minute mark, he stopped being aggressive.
Man, that's messed up, Mars. You'll agree with me on a minuscule topic, but you won't ride with your open gym boy. Man, that's messed up.
Well, you know what
Once
Mars
again,
is.
though, I appreciate you.
He's a scam artist, bro. You just gotta let him scam.
Man, Mars ain't no scam artist. Mars the truth, boy. You better respect that.
Oh no, he's for sure a scam artist.
I'm not a scam artist if I openly tell people what I'm about. A scam artist is someone who deceives people. I've never once deceived anyone.
First, you're deceiving people by accident because people just don't see through it, and I don't know how.
Okay, that
it's
like
what's the knock?
If I tell someone what I am and they do,
what's the logic on Mars today? Or today, what's the logic on Mars? What is Mars?
He's a piece of S.
Mars is a scumbag. Is that
and
not
if I tell people that's what I am and they choose not to believe me, how am I the scammer?
You are not. You are not discrediting.
Hey, Dub, I got one quick
manipulating
question.
In the matter.
We had a great conversation. I have one quick question for you.
What's
Do
up?
you think that Giannis should force the issue down the stretch or look for whatever the best option is to win the game?
Objectively, I think it should be Dame to be the closer. So I don't think
Ron, I gotta bounce, Ron.
Hold
All
on,
right.
I ain't asked you that. I asked you down the stretch.
Chill. What catch you tomorrow during the face-offs?
All right,
Yes,
yo,
sir.
I just rewatched this play like 5-6 times right there. Cam Reddish could have cut baseline behind his defender. Torian Prince could have cut in front of his defender. Christian Wood could have stepped more towards the ball. The reason they shot that three is because that's what they wanted to do. They wanted to shoot a three when down one. There were so many options in that play. So many options. It was not a lose-lose situation. They could have done so many different
Hold
things.
on. I agree with you. Hold on. I agree with you, but I just wanted to hear what Dub had to say. Dub, so do you think that Giannis should force the issue down the stretch, or should get a ball up to an open teammate, or try to get the ball to an open teammate down the stretch in these games? Because you criticized him and you said he's running from the play, but how do you feel like he should handle that? That's all I want to know.
I'm saying that because of you, but just because of his skill set and like him not getting to the not being a good free throw shooter as well, I want him to pick the right. If I was the coach, I want him to pick the right play because I don't trust him down the stretch like that. That's my personal.
Fellas, we got to get up out of here, but I do have some in-season tournament games tonight that I do want to ask you guys who you think's going to win. The first game is the Brooklyn Nets and the Boston Celtics. Everybody got Boston watching them tonight?
Yes.
Boston Celtics versus who?
The Brooklyn Nets.
They should.
Cam Thomas
They
hurt.
should. Yeah, that offense is going to be terrible.
All right. We got the New Orleans Pelicans versus the Houston Rockets. What's happening here?
Is Zion playing?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
I believe Zion will be playing, but no CJ for the Pelicans.
No,
They
got
I got Houston.
Is Ingram playing Mars?
B.I.'s
should
playing.
Oh
yeah,
yeah, y'all
leaving Houston.
taking that L tonight.
Man, I got shit. I got Houston. I got Houston 100%.
They
I
don't
got
got no
Houston.
answer for you. Gonna have a loss too. They don't have no answer for Zion.
If Jalen Green shooting
No,
the way
Zion
he
not
did the other
playing.
night,
Zion may play, but anyone who's been watching the Pelicans, Zion not looking like Zion.
If
It's
Zion's
going
playing,
on,
I got the
man.
Pelicans. If Zion's
He might have a
playing-
crazy game tonight, but he's still not been playing like Zion. I'm not going to walk back.
That's
what I
because
said.
he's not like you. He ain't a Trojan man.
All right, let's keep it lit. We got the Clippers versus the Mavericks. So we got
Mavs.
The Mavs. The nigga, the strippers is playing the Mavs. I'm going with the Mavs, dog. They got James Harden, bro. Come on, titties over titles, bro.
Clippers by 12. Clippers
yeah.
by 12.
I got the Clips tonight too.
I got the Hey, Ron, do not be on the wrong side of history, bro. You're betting James Harden.
Hey, I said tonight.
Ron, you're betting. What they playing at? In Dallas or at Clippers?
Yeah, it's in Dallas.
I'm going with Dallas. You going with titties over titles?
Hey, James Harden gonna be what's that spot?
Hold on, Doug. Who did you pick, Doug?
He gonna be a baby dolls tonight.
I got the Mavericks.
No pause?
Yeah, no pause.
No pause? What? Hey, I might catch him there, boy. You know that's my spot.
Doug know what's up. He ain't that
All right,
good.
another one. We got the Kings versus the Thunder. Who we
I got the
tonight?
Thunder. I got the Thunder.
Thunder bad.
Nigga, hold on, but Bob,
That's
what happened
crazy.
to your Kings, man? What happened? What happened to
When De'Aaron gets back, I'm gonna have.
ask you about that.
You literally just
What
asked
happened to Sabonis? What happened to Sabonis?
What you mean? What happened to Sabonis? He been
What
balling.
happened
What
to
are you talking
Keegan
about?
Murray, nigga? What happened to Keegan Murray and all
I don't
that?
know.
It
know
don't matter.
about
We don't got our best player. I'm not
You
picking
been
us. We don't got our
praising
best
them, but
player.
you been praising them, but
You can't force me. You
always
can't
said
force
the
me to
other guys
pick a
need to step
team
up.
because I'm not. See, this is the thing. You know what's funny?
Why other guys ain't
Hold on,
stepping
bro.
up?
Hold on. Let me tell you.
That's your motto, nigga.
You know what's funny?
Next
You
man
know what's
up.
funny?
That's your motto.
You know
Now
what's
you wanna
funny,
get your
right?
motto?
This is what's funny, right? All last season, y'all was saying, "Oh, you're just a dumb, biased Kings fan." But how was I being biased when everything I was saying was literally happening? I'm not just in the year before that. You never heard me. Well, I mean, I wasn't on here, but y'all never heard me talking about, "Oh, the Kings are winning this, the Kings are winning that," because we didn't have the personnel. I was not being biased. I was just seeing what y'all couldn't see. Once again. I'm just talking basketball. I don't give a damn about what if you're a fan of this team or that team. You know what I'm saying? So when De'Aaron Fox is not in the game, I realize we go as De'Aaron goes. We not beating OKC if Shea playing and De'Aaron not playing.
When do you think Kevin Hurt is going to figure out?
Yeah, the way you
Kevin
just had a
Hurt,
good
and
game.
I've said this about Kevin Hurt. He's a shooter. He's streaky. When he's hot, he's one of the best shooters walking. When he's not, he still plays defense and rebounds, and I like that.
Jack Strapp
I like
the floor.
Last
I like-
matchup of the night,
I-
we got the Lakers and the Suns. Who y'all taking?
Suns. Where is that, in Phoenix or LA?
Phoenix.
Oh, I'm going with the Suns.
The Lakers gonna win their first road game of the season, man.
Who's playing tonight?
And on top of that, Sabonis is finna be bullying Chet ass tonight.
Yeah, Chet.
Hey, what you call it?
Oh, he finna be bullying Chet. He
It-
finna be doing Chet dirty. Y'all watch.
Hey, is Bill playing tonight?
Who knows? Let me check right now. Hold up. Let me check.
Find out if Devin Booker and Bill's playing. If Devin Booker and Bill are playing, either way, I'm going with Phoenix.
Right now, Bradley Beal's over-unders is not there right now. So probably
Devin Booker's
not.
out.
Bradley Beal, Devin Booker's out, but Bradley Beal, I don't know about Bradley Beal.
As long as two of those guys play, I got the Suns.
Hey, Ron, I'm telling you,
Bradley
the truth.
Beal
These guys,
is probable.
They're not going to make the threshold to make All NBA, bro. The way they're going, bro.
It don't matter who care about All NBA. They're trying to win a championship.
They do.
They got their money. They already got their money. That's inconsequential to them.
Wow, Mars.
All right, y'all. Open gym is next at 4 p.m. Eastern. We got even the odds, and after that, PC Anime's coming on. Y'all be sure to pull up tomorrow for the Black Friday face-offs. Tomorrow, we will reveal all the matchups. You will see who's going against who, and you will get to hear about some of the topics and some more details about the Friday, November 24th Black Friday event. Until then, y'all be easy.
PC Anime best show. PC Anime best show on PC. DeMontis Sabonis going for that triple-double tonight. He killing Chet's little ass.
Whitlock, why you keep saying my name, bro? Keep my name out your mouth off your show, bro. Keep my name out your beefcake holders, bro. Real talk, bro. For I really